Kia ora te whānau, no mai, haere mai, and welcome in the NZNBL for your Saturday afternoon. And of course, we must start with the Rapid League here in the Trafalgar Centre. Nelson Giants hosting the Taranaki Airs, the winless Taranaki Airs. They are 0-5. And the Nelson Giants, the back-to-back defending Rapid League champions, currently sitting at 1-2. Mai Williamson joined by former Nelson Giant himself, Tom Ingham. Tom, welcome to the hangar.
Yeah, the hangar, there you go. Nah, good to be here, Maya. You know, the Giants also on a bit of a two-game skid at the moment. Their first two-game skid in Rapid League history. So they'll be looking to try and get that back on track this afternoon.
Yeah, both teams searching for a win. Of course, like I mentioned, the Airs without one this entire season. They've been there or thereabouts, but haven't been able to get it done. The Tauranga Whai sit pretty on the top of the Rapid League standings right there. The Saints and the Nuggets make up the top three. And then unfortunately, we're going to see both of our teams today on the second page.
Yeah, well, there you go. You see the Taranaki Airs right now 0-5, but a great opportunity against the Giants team like we talked about. Wee bit of a skid. So both teams will, you know, try to knock the other one off, and we should see a good Rapid League game, Savo.
We can be confident to say the Giants don't want to keep making history in a bad way, do they? 3 losses in a row.
No, absolutely not.
There are your Taranaki Airs starting 5. Cooper, Tuta, he's been really impressive in both games. Tamatea, Turn, and James. You can expect Riley Tuta to be the star of this one.
Yeah, 100%. Now, this is a guy that really shoots the ball with confidence and has done so in the NBL game as well. And no doubt there'll be a bit of a showdown here, as we see in terms of the Giants starting 5. Inwood, Adams, Nickel, Dempster and Matthews. But a matchup we're going to see, talked about no doubt, will be Inwood versus Tuta, which is one I'm looking forward to.
And we'll take a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head as the teams make their way out onto the floor. But a bit of defense going on there, Tom.
Yeah, both teams 40 points in 16 minutes of hoops. That's a lot of let-in baskets. But you know, something that I see there too is that rebounding margin. You know, that's something guys like Sam Dempster will be looking to make the most of. So expect a big one from Sammy D. the Savo. Fresh off a double-double as well in Rapid League.
Yeah, he's averaging a double-double in Rapid League, which is wild.
Wow, yes, he would be fresh coming off the starting 5 and coming into that. So let's see if he can maintain that. It'd be historical.
And your match officials for today, Matthew Bathurst, Hayden Pipe, and Corey Hogg. It was this time about a week ago that the Giants took on the Saints in this exact gym. They lost on a game winner.
Yeah, and led through about 5-6 offensive rebounds in the last 15 seconds. And I actually got in touch with Sam Dempster after the game and said, what's the go here? So he was pretty gutted about that one. So he'll be looking to lead this team and ensure they can secure those rebounds, especially with a team with such a significant rebounding margin deficit.
Yeah, absolutely. I was quite surprised to see that. -12, the rebounding margin for the Taranaki Airs, just below 1 for the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, this Giants team, they definitely do have some rebounders there. Nickel's done a good job of, you know, putting his frame on some box outs and everything too. But, you know, this Taranaki Airs team, if they want to get off that bottom of the table, rebounding's going to have to be a massive focus for them.
The Airs taking their sweet time to make their way out onto the floor today, just taking advantage of their time as a team.
Bit of strategic move maybe. Try to, you know, get the Giants guessing a wee bit, thinking about that 2-game slide, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
Of course, like we mentioned, the Airs searching for their first win. They've actually had some pretty unfortunate Rapid League results, losing 20-52 against the Bulls, losing 28-40 against the Hawks. They had their best performance against the Manawatu Jets in 37-42, but still unable to get it done. You'd assume there's going to be some kind of fire inside of them right now.
Yeah, you would hope so. I mean, allowing 52 points in a Rapid League game, definitely not something to write home about. But it's one of those things in a Rapid League game, in such a short time frame, you can really make an impact early doors. So if they start strong, who knows what happens today.
Yes, they've finally made their way onto the floor, and we're just about to go here in Trafalgar Centre, the hangar. One of the best places in the country.
Absolutely. Sing it, Maya.
Nelson Giants will have the first possession through James Matthews, or Jimmy Vlogs, as we call him.
Jimmy Vlogs. He will love that shout out.
Sam Dempster just kicking things off the first position.
The Nelson College connection, and no doubt follow at Jimmy Vlogs on YouTube, and he'll have that in there, no doubt.
Giants coming out in what looks like a 2-3 zone here, Tom.
Yeah, it looks like straight away they've identified that, you know, the ears that's the way to beat a zone. And if you can hit those shots, you'll see Pern getting on the board, see if the Giants continue to stay in there.
Xavier Pern the last couple of years with the Manawa 2 Jets got released from that this year to join the Taranaki Ears. Great offensive rebound, Sammy Dempster. Can't put it back. Elijah Inwood has another bite at the cherry and makes it work.
And straight away, Giants making their presence known on the glass. You know, the Taranaki Ears got to get a body on both Nickel and Dempster down there.
Tamatea, how about that? Coast to coast, down one.
And I love that from Tamatea. Straight away looking to push the ball. You know, in Rapid League, if you can get the other team on the back foot early doors, look to push the tempo. See straight there, Giants not able to wall up. Tamatea, tough left-hand finish through traffic. Andrew Green disputing the call, but always smiling like the gentleman he is.
Nelson, it's okay to make some
Can't be mad about that.
noise.
If he's smiling at you like that, can you?
Absolutely.
Tamatea out of New Plymouth Boys High School in his last year. Unfortunately misses from the Chemist Warehouse strike. Matthews getting a little bit of pressure there in the backcourt, but handles it well.
We've got to say a massive thank you to the South
Adams coming off a little Iverson cut, had no advantage.
major partner of the referee.
Dempster, Matthews gets below 5 on the shot clock. That's a great look there for Inwood, who is tearing up the Rapid League this year.
Yeah, playing with a lot of confidence, Elijah Inwood. And this Nelson Giants team in both Rapid League and NBL games shoot a lot of three-pointers. We see another good look and great offensive rebound there for the Ears.
Yeah, it's a massive offensive rebound to earn these guys another possession. Tamatea started the game off well, can't make it count.
And it looks like the Giants sitting in that zone. They're daring the Taranaki Ears to shoot, so I'd like to see them look to continue to attack, get those drive and kick looks.
Taranaki is just shooting under 30% in Rapid League from downtown this year. They sit at 7th in that category. 33% for the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants certainly aren't shy to get them up. Yeah, it is a strategy, but you see right here, the Ears doing a good job of slowing them down, but Nichols says, don't worry about that. We'll get it up anyway.
Right on cue, Tom. Right on cue, the Nelson Giants way. Nickel out of Canterbury, actually, originally, has just made the move this year. Tudor, yet to get going. Great defense from Sam Dempster. Nickel just couldn't move his feet fast enough.
Yeah, looked like he picked the right way there, Nickel, but just that, you see that right shoulder just turning around, drawing the contact. But the Giants doing a good job of keeping the Taranaki Ears out of the paint. In that instance, Dempster does a good job. You see Nickel just not quite on that instance.
Tamatea attacks the zone. Tudor likes it from downtown, but won't make it count. And here we go, Giants off to the races. Tough finish, Elijah Inwood.
Maybe with a bit of contact there too, Elijah Inwood, but able to run, get through, and that's where the Giants are at their best when they're running.
Hot start here for the Nelson Giants. Ears, they've got to look to respond, and that is not how they want to do it.
The right action there, you know, Nickel's quite high at the back of that zone. Great cut from the weak side corner, but ultimately just couldn't get the hands on that one.
Like this backcourt matchup here, Matthews and Tamatea, two great young talent.
Yeah, Matthews got heat up a bit last week. So he Dempster straight on three. Great look for him, but Matthews will be looking to respond because by his standards, not his best Rapid League game last week, but, you know, he's a quality player, so he'll be looking to bounce back.
Tudor finds Cooper, who has a wide open look. They just can't connect from deep to start this one, the Ears.
And the Giants changing up their defense a wee bit, going into a bit of a man. They're looking to switch any on-ball screen defenses, on-ball screen actions, so Elijah Inwood not hesitating.
It's going to be Taranaki Ears possession. Yeah, they like to just pull it, don't they?
There's certainly no hesitation by any of them. You see these young guys coming in straight into it. But Giants, bit of a 2-2-1 press to try contain the Ears.
Tamatea through hands, goes out of bounds off of Matthews. Bit of extended pressure there.
Yeah, I just think the change up in the defense right now from the Nelson Giants is throwing the Ears off a wee bit. They haven't really been able to get into any sets, and the offense has looked a wee bit clunky. So I think the big thing for them, maybe try to get the ball out, push, try to get out and transition a wee bit.
Tamatia, nice jab, gets to the rim. Just can't finish, unfortunately, the ears. It really has just been unfortunate so far.
Yeah, thus far, I see Matthews going for a lob, Elijah Inwood up again aggressively. But yeah, I think Tamatia is doing a great job of trying to get into that paint and try to dissect that zone, but just a couple of unlucky rolls on that one. That Trafalgar Centre rim, wee bit rough in some instances.
I mean, he's got 3 quarters to get used to it, so he might get there in the end. Would love to see it. As Inwood there, just taking a little bit of contact. So he'll head to the Chemist Warehouse. He's really taken Rapid League and made it his own this year.
Yeah, he has. I mean, stepped onto his first game against the Canterbury Rams. 19 points, I believe, came out, didn't hesitate at all. So, you know, for his first season in this Nelson Giants set up properly, he's coming in with a lot of confidence. I think he's a guy who can establish himself for years to come.
13 points per game so far in Rapid League. One of the highest in the entire league. Very impressive signs to see. And some nice pressure here from Cooper Adams. He is with no answer thus far for the Giants defense. Tamatia again in the teeth of the defense. Great ball movement. Cooper just can make it count. I rid him off too early, but 3 finally goes down for the Taranaki Ears. They bring it back 12-8, but it's been a dominant start for the Nelson Giants.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, the Giants have, without a doubt, looked like the dominant team, but still only up 4 points. So the Ears with a couple of threes in that instance, but I think a big thing for the Giants is to continue to change up that defense. Don't let the Ears get comfortable setting anything. And if you're the Taranaki Ears, I think you need to keep trying to attack the paint, just like I would attack a large cheese pizza.
Here it is.
Wow, Casey Frank eats your heart out.
Tom has been really working on his ability to transition to a little promotional plug for Sal's, and he's just nailed it.
Oh, there we go, man. Here all night.
Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you.
Scan that QR code, Sal's says 26. $30 for a large Sal's pizza. Now, that is an absolute steal.
Yeah, well, absolutely it is. You know, $30, man, and those things are large, big in circumference.
Nice.
My teaching side coming out.
I mean, get your hands on it. There's a bit of Saturday night basketball coming your way. Of course, there's the Rapid League here, then the Sal's NBL in about an hour's time. And then some more to top off the evening after this one, of course. The Chemist Warehouse, the official stats partner of the Sal's NBL. Jerome Sinclair and Rico Vericchio getting in the mix to start this quarter off as well. They didn't come in at all in those first 4 minutes.
Yeah, no, I think it's quite hard, especially in that first bit, because when you're trying to get into a game, unless you're a guy that's a massive contributor in the NBL game, you're not really going to stay out of that game for the first 1-2 minutes. You've got to try to get in pretty quick.
Nice pressure there from Vericchio. Ears flowing a little bit nicer this time around. Great pass from Tudor, but blocked away inward.
Yeah, Elijah Inwood is everywhere right now. Already up to 9 points and making his presence felt defensively too.
Goes screen there from Dempster, gets the catch. Nice pass inside to Sinclair, great basketball.
Yeah, great job there from Dempster. You know, he's got to close out hard and going to the right that time, which is a little bit uncharacteristic for him, as Tudor with the bump off. And Sammy D looking for that double-double behavior, already up to 5 rebounds.
He's gonna do that all evening long, is Sam Dempster. Nice rip and go for Vericchio. How quick is he?
Yeah, Rico's got some serious wheels. Just spent some time over in America and, you know, has got a whole lot stronger, a whole lot quicker. And he's a guy that, if you can get him on the bounce like that, he's really tough to cover.
Product out of Nelson College, like you said, spent some time over at a prep school. Has come back looking even quicker than he was when he was here, which is a hard feat.
Yeah, absolutely is. Now, played against Rico a wee bit on Tuesday night league, and I tell you what, he keeps these old bones honest, that's for sure. He's got some serious wheels on him.
Nice extended pressure there for the Giants, trying to make the life hard for the Ears. Pull-up three is no good, unfortunately, and it'll be Giants' possession. That's definitely not the way that the Ears wanted that one to go.
Nah, and still had a wee bit more of a lane there. Would have liked to see Tuhaka continue to attack the paint, you know, try and generate some contact, get to the line.
Vericchio, Sinclair. Matthews comes off of that one. The pull-up J. That's no good off the back rim, but a nice look for Matthews.
Yeah, great look there for Matthews. Giants get to that second side action, and Matthews coming off looking to be aggressive, which he needs to continue to do.
Whoa. You're going to call a travel on that one. Did get the ball down, to be fair, but maybe I'm seeing things wrong.
Yeah, look, I'm not and disputing the call maybe, but Corey Hogg keeping Andrew Green honest and keeping his ground. But a great job there from the Giants. I think the Taranaki Airs, they got to that second side action, but I think try to turn the corner there, and if not, get to that third side.
And we're playing the point guard. Berruccio gets the high on ball from Sinclair again, showing his speed. Adams in the corner. That is short, but that's a great look for Adams. He is lights out.
Yeah, absolutely. Adams is comfortable in that corner pocket, really shooting the ball. And, you know, if the Airs are going to sit in that drops and allow Rico Berruccio to get downhill, it's going to allow guys like Elijah Inwood, Cooper Adams to really start to get going from three.
He is now searching for a score. Tamatea, it's been good for them so far. Tuhaka, great lane. Drops it off, and an easy two for Cooper James.
And I think that's what the Airs need to do to beat this Giant zone. They need to try to turn the corner, continue to be aggressive. You see, allowing guys to step up, making easy passes, simple basketball.
Inwood finds Berruccio. He's wide open. Can't nail it, but an offensive rebound falls to Inwood. Now he gets a chance at one-on-one. Adams, cross, gets to the rim, knocked out of his hands by Xavier Pern.
Yeah, great hands there from Pern, and a good reject there from Adams, looking to attack on that left-hand side. Nearly got all the way to the cup.
5 seconds on the shot clock, so Inwood lets it go, but blocked away.
Yeah, great closeout. Maybe a wee bit early there from Inwood. Still had a wee bit of time left on the clock as we see another loose ball.
Tudor gets a chance to go downhill. That is his bread and butter as he gets to the M1. Tudor to the free throw line.
And I think this Airs team is a completely different outfit when they're looking to continue to attack the paint like that. You see Tudor going all the way to the cup there, taking the contact.
And how good is this? Chemist Warehouse in Basketball New Zealand getting amongst the Hoops and Schools program, contributing to the funds. Every single made free throw across Rapid League and the Sal's NBL. If you want to get amongst and get some hoops in your school, you can scan that QR code and apply for Tasman, Canterbury and the West Coast. Berruccio, his second three-point attempt is far short. The Airs, a couple of good defensive possessions in a row.
Yeah, good job there from the Airs, you know, going under on Berruccio and identifying, not allowing him to get downhill is great seal there. That looks like from Tuhaka, getting the Rico on the basket side there, and great seal.
Nice find there from Tamatea as well. A couple of offensive possessions for the Airs, kind of finding their flow a little bit as we see the Sal's NBL starting five there on the sideline, showing their support, helping out the youngins. Tamatea, just ball on a string. Turn. James has to let it go and knocks it from downtown. It is even Stevens.
And there we go. Taranaki Airs, you know, showing a wee bit of fight, trying to get rid of that O. So you see the Giants under a bit of pressure here as another turnover.
A chance for the Airs now to take the lead after trailing for a majority of this first half.
You know, with a new look Nelson Giants Rapid League team, I think this is the thing that maybe has made them struggle a wee bit, you know, a wee bit of lack of experience. So when these situations happen, you need someone to be able to step up and be a leader. The guy I see on the floor right now for the Giants doing that will have to be James Matthews.
Definitely the most experienced of the lot. Obviously, a few junior New Zealand cycles under his belt and a few years in the NBL already, as he is just a little bit overzealous with his pressure there on Tamatea.
So we see that potentially, yeah, might be in the penalty, and that's one of those things, James Matthews, it's great that he's extending that pressure, but it's also a wee bit of game awareness. You know, that's not a foul that you need in this situation right now.
Tamatea, unfazed at the Chemist Warehouse stripe, makes the first. They go in front for the first time in this ball game. And goes 2 for 2.
There we go, and Tamatea, he's done such a good job at getting into the paint in that instance, takes the contact from Matthews, We see Matthews going straight back downhill.
Taking that like a champ, right? He gives one at one end, he's going to get his at the other.
Yeah, he's a tough young kid, James Matthews. You know, works incredibly hard, both ends of the floor, works incredibly hard on his game also. But I think this is where he's at his best, you know, trying to really get downhill, be aggressive. And I think he's someone that can really put pressure on this Taranaki Airs defense.
Just 18 years old, born and bred out of Nelson, attending Nelson College. Of course, played in the New Zealand under-17 team that came 4th at the World Cup. What a thing to put on your resume.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, quite cool. Both him and Hayden Jones came through the ranks together. So to see those two flourish at that level too was awesome for our fellow Nelsonians to see.
Also a New Zealand baseball representative.
Correct. And has almost a wee bit of a decision in terms of what route he wants to go down, which will be interesting.
Yeah. Am I correct in saying that he's got offers from baseball and basketball in terms of college opportunities?
I believe so. Great finish from Nickel there. But yeah, he's incredibly talented. Ducks at Nelson College.
No way.
Too, yep. Jack of all trades.
What a tough issue to have, eh? Horrible problem to have, choosing what you're going to do in your future as the first half comes to a close. So Nelson Giants, they go back on top after a little bit of a seesaw there in the last couple of minutes. But the Airs, they've really pulled themselves together in that second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think probably the Airs were a wee bit guilty of just letting it fly from the three without no real movement in their offense. But as they've started to settle in, they've looked to attack the paint. And then the Giants have looked a wee bit tentative in terms of trying to do the same thing in the second quarter. So I think that's where the game is sitting at the moment.
Take a look at that Chemist Warehouse stats. How about that from Elijah Inwood? He's on an absolute heater at the moment.
Yeah, came out with a hiss and a roar. 9 points in that first quarter, but didn't get going again from that. But we see there a bit of a spread scorecard from the Taranaki Airs.
Yeah, would like to see more from Tamatea and Tuta. They are some impressive downhill talents. As Dempsey's really gunning for that double-double again.
Why not, Sammy D? Double-double average in Rapid League. That is unheard of.
Shooting 66% from the field as well, Sam Dempster. James Matthews climbed up to 4 assists pretty quickly.
Yeah, and he does that because he's so aggressive and gets into the paint, creates for others. I think it's really important that he's running the offense and then continue to get guys open. But Elijah Inwood, a couple of blocks there as well. Why not?
Doing it on both ends. And so are Tudor and James getting their hands in the mix. So plenty to see in the second half as there's some Giants royalty himself.
And you see there Tom Gargiulo with the Ray White Tom Gargiulo sponsor on the back, just moved into real estate. So, so Nelson Faithful, if you're looking to sell your house or buy another one, that man on screen, he could sell ice to an Eskimo. That man is everywhere.
Look at you giving your mate a shout out, eh?
Yeah, nah, he didn't even ask for it or anything. But nah, he'll be a great real estate agent. I'll definitely sell my crib through Tommy G, that's for sure.
Is that what you're going to look to do now that you've made your move up here to Auckland?
No, no,
Oh,
no comment,
oh.
no comment. Nah, love me Pad and Nelson. I'll be keeping hold of that for sure.
And Nelson faithful still, even though he's changed his allegiance.
Yeah, no, my loyalty's always at home.
Second half underway. 8 more minutes to go. These teams battling it out. Triple for Inwood is long. Great offensive rebound from Adams and a nice touch off of the glass.
Yeah, great job there from Adams and like that from the Giants. I don't mind those threes when you're getting into the paint, kicking that out. And Elijah Inwood shooting that with confidence, but great crash from Cooper Adams.
Like the confidence there from James. It rims out, but great look.
And straight away, you see the Giants trying to just up the tempo a wee bit, and James Matthews straight into the paint. Tough finish, and I love that. I think that's important for him to be doing.
Yeah, it was all gas, no brakes there from Matthews. Great use of his speed. Tudor has been really quiet by his standards. He is the leading scorer for the squad. Great pass inside. Ears just chipping away.
Yeah, great job there to move the ball side to side, and you know, Nickel a wee bit slow on that second side rotation. He is able to get that easy steal.
Nice empty ball screen there. Wasn't able to find an advantage, but Giants flowing here offensively. Dempster plays with keeps. Adams, nice spin downhill again, putting heat on the rim, and Matt Berthurst is going to call that late in the possession.
Yeah, great attack there from Adams. Thought he maybe got away with that one, but then able to get that foul call in the end. But I see the Giants right now playing a wee bit more out of pitch action as the Taranaki is looking to switch a whole lot. So, you know, Giants trying to get other looks to try and get to the paint.
I like to see Adams getting downhill. You know, he's typically a catch and shoot kind of guy because that's what he's fantastic at, but it's nice to see him put some heat on the rim as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the more the Giants start to get through that second, third side action, you'll start to see guys like Cooper Adams, then Elijah Inwood been shooting a lot of threes too. I think you'll see those guys get more downhill, as you see right there.
The brains trust.
The brains trust. The lack of hair trust.
Crazy.
Yeah, wow.
You're allowed to say that,
Yeah,
though.
nah. They know. It's all love.
Cooper Adams, of course, a New Zealand representative, was part of the under-17 team that beat Australia at the Oceania Cup last year. He was a massive part of that squad.
Yeah, it gave them decent toweling up too, right?
Yeah, they 82-62.
Yeah, there you go. It's Elijah Inwood, another steal.
Sammy D through the lane. Who else?
Double behavior inbound. We're on watch. Sammy D, way to run the floor. He's 35 years old, still thriving.
5 points and 6 rebounds for Sam Dempster, and a great answer there for Cooper.
Yeah, great job there from Jordan Cooper, taking that in traffic, able to get up and under. It's James Matthews straight back downhill. Love this from him.
Just some sort of change of mindset. Do you think there was some comms there at halftime, or is he just flicking that switch in his head?
No, I think they're probably a bit of both. You know, James is a pretty headstrong dude. He would have seen what's going on in terms of the Giants' offense. It was a bit passive and a bit slow, and he has to be the one to spearhead that offense. And straight away, you see him getting up and in, but just a wee bit slow on that instance. But love this change of pace from him.
There he is again in the grill of Jordan Cooper. Going to switch that on ball. Bit of an ugly possession there for the Ears. They don't look like they're on the same page.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think the Giants right now, if they're able to slow them down and keep the Ears out of the paint, the ball's kind of rotating side to side with no real purpose. So they'll be something the Giants are looking to continue to do.
Matthews has the hot hand of this half. Gets the on ball from Sinclair. Looks to attack that as well. Finds Inwood. And Inwood strokes it from downtown. The lead goes out to double digits.
Yeah, and again, James Matthews. I think right now, if you're the Nelson Giants, you have to play a steady diet of pick and roll with James Matthews being aggressive, shooters spotting up.
So that was only counted as a 2. Must have had his foot on the line, nonetheless. Giants on a run right now. Ears can't respond through Tamatea. Dying seconds of this one. Tudor, he's going to pull it. Can't find any success. It's all go for the Nelson Giants at the moment.
Yeah, great job there to keep their Ears out of the paint, to wall up when they did try to attack as Cooper Adams. Great attack, and Hearn just gets him on the hip on the way up.
Really looking like they want to put heat on the rim, this Nelson Giants squad in this third quarter. Yeah, Perrin just really getting his hand in the mix. Looks pretty frustrated as he gets that call.
Yeah, well, to start this quarter, the Giants currently sitting 12-4 quarter, so they're really trying to push the lead out a wee bit as Cooper Adams adds to that.
Dane Samuel in the back there, getting ready to go. NZNBL tip-off coming just after 4:30.
Yeah, he's had some big games in the Trafalgar Centre, Dane Samuel, so I'll be looking forward to seeing what he can put out there tonight.
Fitch looking overly excited about this Rapid League game.
As per.
Nice action there for the Ears. Tamatea will attack that closeout. Nice athletic pass to Tuhaka, who gets the foul there on Cooper Adams. That's a nice offensive position for the Ears.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeping the ball moving and then not being too stagnant with it. Catching the ball, looking to make that movement, get the Giants in dominoes, keep them falling. And it looks like we've got Tuhaka will go to the line for 2.
Product of New Plymouth Boys High School is Lyric Tuhaka. In his debut season with the Taranaki Ears. Pardon me, played 1 game for the Ears last year.
There you go.
Can't make his first from the Chemist Warehouse. Some pressure on the baseline there for the Nelson Giants fans.
Yeah, the faithful coming out as they always do. They'll be keeping their ears honest, that's for sure.
A couple of possessions left inside this third quarter. It's been all Giants As Matthews pulls up on a dime, hits it.
Yeah, Giants looking to really go to that Iverson action. As you see right now, a leak out. Great finish there from Tuta.
Still not quite enough for the Ears as they still trail by 12. Of course, anything can happen in the Rapid League, but the Giants put on a very impressive outfit here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they really turned it on. Jerome Sinclair looking for a wee post up.
Gets his own offensive rebound. Adams all alone. His first triple of this one, and they get out to 40.
Yeah, Cooper Adams will be happy to see that go down as Tamatea can't quite get it up. A massive third quarter for the Nelson Giants.
Did that three-point count? They may have been a 2, maybe in another foot on the line for the Giants. We have them at 39-25. Nonetheless, it's a great offensive action there. They're putting heat on the offensive rebounds, and they've really sprung out here in this third quarter.
Yeah, I think the general pace of the Giants' offense has really picked up. It's been spearheaded by James Matthews in terms of how he's pushed the ball in transition and also how he's come off on-ball screens. And what's happened is the Ears have had to collapse, kicking out to shooters. Elijah Inwood and Cooper Adams now getting going.
Crowd starting to build here in the Trafalgar Centre. Like mentioned, the Sal's NBL tip-off coming just after 4:30. They'll be fizzed up after a great game that we witnessed this time a week ago. They were on their feet. They were booing the referees. It was amazing to see.
Yeah, it was the loudest I've seen in Trafalgar Centre really in a long time. They were really getting up, and the fact that they can get one over the Saints, arch rivals across the Cook Strait.
That's right. Good
Yep.
job.
Yeah, I was about to say, how's my geography?
You're a teacher, man. You gotta know these things.
It's one of those things you say it and then you start to second guess yourself. You're like, am I going to sound like a clown on TV or?
Say it with confidence.
Yeah, there we go.
Say it with confidence.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Fourth quarter underway. The Ears got some serious digging to do to get themselves out of a 14-point hole they found themselves in. They've got 4 minutes to do it. Tuta and Tamatea in some action up the top. Tamatea on his favoured left hand. Can't get the touch off the glass. Here comes Sammy D.
I like that move from Tamatea, looking to be aggressive, but already the Giants starting to leak out. The Ears cannot afford that.
Inwood the catch. Is that ball on a string. Finds Dempster inside to Matthews. Can't finish. Sam Dempster flying through the crowd of people.
And a bit of a grin there too, saying, get out of our way, young buck, that's my board.
Inwood buries it from downtown. That one's definitely a triple.
That was deep. Elijah Inwood looked him right in the eyes. Bang, bang.
14 points for Elijah Inwood. And a great response there from Riley Tuta. He really needs to get going.
Yeah, he really does. And quick bucket straight away. See right there, see on the replay. Get out of here, young buck.
Bumped his own teammate out the way. Sam Dempster, he's vying for that double-double.
His young protege coached him at Nelson College, and he's saying, hey, mate, when it comes to Rapid League, when it comes to NBL, if there's a board, that's mine.
Tuta makes his and one opportunity count at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Still 42 plays 28. Of course, the Nelson Giants, they couldn't lose 3 in a row.
Yeah, I tell you what, it'd be dire straits down in Nelson if their beloved Rapid League team dropped that third one. So let's see if they can hold on.
Nickel yet to get involved in the scoring game today. Oh, pardon me, he's got 2 points, tried to make it 4, but just couldn't get the touch off the glass that time around.
You see Elijah Inwood, great hand there. Trying to get back downhill.
It's an unfortunate possession for the Taranaki Ears there. As Giants look to answer. Ears sigh a breath of relief after a miss there from Elijah Inwood.
Yeah, just a wee bit frantic right now for the Ears, but they kind of have to be. They have to keep pushing the tempo, and that will certainly help there from
Cooper James. Cooper James. He's had a good game today, up to 10 points. Tamatea fouls on Matthews. That's been a great guard matchup to see, the 2 young bucks.
Yeah, both been getting after it, trying to apply pressure, full court, and have loved Tamatea getting into the paint. Hasn't quite had the finishes that he probably wants, but you know, James Matthews has done a really great job. 6 assists in this game, really setting the tempo and the tone of the Nelson Giants offense.
He will take a well-deserved seat. James Matthews, after absolutely turning it on at halftime, will finish with 8 points and 6 assists. Definitely going to see him reappear in the Sal's NBL game later this afternoon. Nickel from downtown, yes sir.
Great look at that horns action right there. Nickel popping back, shooting that thing with confidence. Another 3 for the Nelson Giants.
16 points, the difference. High-scoring game. The Giants. Tough move there from Cooper.
Yeah, great move. Able to get to the left, take the contact. Could have been aim 1 potentially. Finish with the right hand.
Riccio has a lane. Great handle. Off the glass. Ball on a string.
Yeah, as he does so well, Rico, when he gets into that paint, you know, he's very adept at finishing with both hands. You see right there, slid the right way, just the hand contact. Nearly the 3/4 court bucket.
Tuda took that contact like a champ. Of course, he's been really impressive in the Sal's NBL as well. Had a, you could say, a game-winning shot or a tough shot down the stretch for the Airs against the Franklin Bulls at home to put them ahead.
Yeah, I think what he does is give the Airs a bit of outside shooting because, you know, they've got a lot of guys who can create, but then not a lot of guys who necessarily spot up and shoot. So Tuda provides that.
Nice activity there from Elijah Inwood, jumping out in the passing lanes and making nothing easy for the Taranaki Airs at the moment. We trail by 16. Tuda plays off 2 feet, can't find anything on that one. Adams from downtown. Wowee.
Another 50-point outing, and see right there, easy bucket, but the Airs right now are leaking points in their rapid league season thus far, so they'll need to go to the drawing board and find a way to stop that.
6 triples today for the Nelson Giants. Riccio can't make it 7. Great offensive rebound from Adams, and the and 1.
Cooper Adams putting together a wee bit of a night here, now crossing into double digits. 4 rebounds to go with that as well. So it's good to see him continuing to grow in confidence because he's a guy who can be another big contributor for the Nelson Giants for years to come.
Of course, every made free throw from the Chemist Warehouse stripe adds the tally that goes towards the Hoops and Schools program. If you want to get your school amongst, if you're in Tasman, Canterbury or the West Coast, you can scan to apply. Check out how to apply as well at Basketball New Zealand website. Riccio can't get the N1 after Cooper Adams, but we'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Did Jerome Sinclair just knock that out of the Hoopsie Rico with the fantastic defense on Tuda? Probably was going out.
Stitching up his own teammate.
He said, you got to earn them, brother. You got to earn them.
Love that energy and intensity from Riccio. Unless... What are you giving me your face for there, Tom?
No, I thought we were in the midst of it. Maybe a commentator curse was about to come, but we'll see.
Well, he's going to make this one, so it's no worries. Well, there you go. The theory's true, guys. Commentator's curse.
Such is life.
The Giants just wanted another possession so they could get a triple. Or a bucket through Jerome Sinclair. Come on.
Great move there from Sinclair. You know, knocked the ball off Rico and said, you know what, mate? It's my turn to get a bucket.
He actually just wanted the bucket himself, mate. Playing that all out.
Fair enough. Get your numbers, lad.
A 20-point lead, a dominant one for the Nelson Giants. And here's the cherry on top. Elijah Inwood, 14 points on the night. Makes it 16 and a chance for 17.
Yeah, wow, Giants. Every chance there because we know points differential is such a massive thing and Rapid League is a big part of that. So maybe the Giants are looking at a 60-point outing here.
Oh, stop it.
It's about to, what is the record?
Well, going to get Mike Lacey on the case there.
Yeah, love to know a record outing.
This has got to be up there.
It's in the mix. I've got a feeling the Rams potentially have it.
Oh, who else?
Who else?
You got a Cantabrian and Nelsonian right here. South Island Heavy. final possession for the Taranaki Ears, and unfortunately, after a blinder of a performance from the Nelson Giants, the Ears, they fall to 0-6. And the Giants, they snap their so-called losing streak. They drop 2 in a row, and they go back to 2-2.
Yeah, great job there from the Giants. I mean, the Ears made a big comeback at the end of that second quarter, really got into the mix, but the Giants, obviously the right words were said at halftime, came out with a whole different pace, whole different intensity, and put a massive outing. We see the scoring there. Elijah Inwood, Cooper Adams, both 15+ points. James Matthews and Sam Dempster were massive contributors throughout too, as we'll see on the stats soon.
Cooper James contributed well for the Taranaki Ears, but such a difference in scoring, and there he is. Sam Dempster on top of the rebound count. No surprises there.
Yeah, one shy of that double-double, so that average, look out for him next game. He'll be trying to climb up and get that back. It's James Matthews and Tuhaka as well, really making their presence felt in terms of distributing the ball.
Yeah, really love that intensity that coming out of the half-time break from Matthews. Elijah Inwood getting amongst Rico Riccio there. The little boy getting up and getting a block himself.
Yeah, why not, Reeks? Why not, mate?
Sorry, a steal. I was reading it as blocks.
Oh, well, you can claim it as a block, and I'm sure he will.
Tamatea getting some expert advice, as he would love to see an appearance from him in the Sal's NBL game that's coming up here at 4:30 on Sky Sport. Do not go anywhere. This one is going to be a blinder, and you're going to want to see it. We'll see you soon.
Housekeeping, fire exits, please check your nearest fire exit. If you require a doctor, please come to the MC area for assistance. Talk are located behind the corporate box and in the foyer area. Food and drink is served in their Cashin's crafted beers and wines from Hunter's Wines. The bar also has low alcoholic and no non-alcoholic drinks available. The canteen is also located in the foyer, so until you stock up before the game. You don't want to miss this game. Once you go on, you want to stay in your seat, scream and shout, and stamp your feet. Sal's authentic New York pizza and hot chips are available in the canteen. Tonight, you want to get home safely, so after tonight's game, please get yourself and your family home safely. If you need to get a taxi, ask one of the Giants staff or the Trafalgar Centre ushers. Now tonight, we are playing for something pretty special in the hangar. It's the Brian Rampton Memorial Trophy. Brian's sons, Tony and Damon, both played for the Giants and the Taranaki Ears. So that's pretty special. And his grandson has joined us as a rookie this year. And 2.12 meters tall, our center's huge. And he only turned 17 last month. Unfortunately, Zach is not here tonight. He is in China in the under-17s men's team, taking part in a tournament, preparing themselves for the under-18 World Cup. So tonight, it's massive. We want this Brian Rampton Memorial Trophy. We don't want to go up to Taranaki. So our crowd, we're going to need you. Now, this new stadium down the end is huge. I was on it before. And the banding's real well. You can get your feet team and stamp it when it's time to make noise. You don't just have to clap. You can stamp your feet. And kids, when you're at home, for some reason mum and dad might say inside voices. Well, you're not at home tonight, children. You are allowed to make as much noise as you want. We need you. The team last week, they got them through and pushed them through that little extra energy. So tonight, let's make the noise and let these Taranaki Ears know they're in our hangar, our hometown, and they're not going to make it easy for them. tonight, we've got some big giveaways for the crowd. So for the people who love to make that noise, who are looking great in their Giants kit, we have a Chemist Warehouse fans giveaway. Thanks to our partners at the Chemist Warehouse, we've got 5 goodie bags up for grabs, packed with Chemist Warehouse products. So when you're ready to make noise, we'll be watching you. That one is just for the adults. So all you adults out there, we need you to make the noise tonight too. And of course, there's our GJ Gardner home fan. That's a basketball for someone to take home, or if you're an adult, you may choose to give it to a child. But I've been watching the last couple of weeks, and I think we gave out to some pretty awesome people. And tonight, I want to give it to someone different. I want to see someone who wants to just bounce out of their seats, explode, get excited. You're the ones who we're going to make our game something special. So thank you to our sponsors. We have an amazing bunch of sponsors here in Nelson. NBS Bank, ITM, Hunter's Wines, McCashin's Brewery, JAS Accounting and Advisory, the Bullion Star, Gallagher Insurance, Bola Toyota, Tavendale Partners. These guys help make this team possible. Without our sponsors, this would all not be possible. So when you're really looking for something, you go to those sponsors and they'll look after you. Right, I'm down in front of the New World Stoke table. These guys know how to party. Last week, they were one of the raucousest tables here. And who are you supporting tonight? Oh yeah, she knows it. Let's hear it for Stoke New World. And ITM, you're looking for building supplies. They're the people to see. Don't go to all those other companies. ITM support our Nelson Giants. Our NBS Nelson Giants are supported so well by ITM. Who are you supporting tonight, mate? Oh, he knows where it's at. Let's hear it for ITM. Now we're down in front of the next advisory table. It's a pretty good looking table if you're a lady. Look at these guys. Woo! Who are we here supporting tonight, guys? Giant fans! Yeah, baby, that's how it goes. We've got some Giant fans here. Thank you for coming and supporting us. Now, this is almost always my favourite table, the Bola Toyota table. Another great looking table. They're going to be loud tonight. They're going to bang on their table tonight. And for your car service, if you're looking for a new car, you head to Bola Toyota. Now, what I love to give a big shout out to is the NBS table. They're our local banking service provider. They have been a major sponsor of our NBS Giants for over 12 years. So let's hear it for NBS! Their absolute focus at NBS is providing exceptional service and support for local people in their communities. As a mutual society, they're owned by their clients, meaning they can think differently about their profits. That's why they get behind the Giants and hundreds of other community organisations each year. When you choose to bank with NBS, you choose to support your community. Learn more about NBS and banking for life at nbs.co.nz. NBS is not a registered bank. you haven't been to a Giants game before, you're in for a treat. You're in to make noise tonight, you're in for a treat, because this is the place to come. It's not like a rugby game where you just sit there on the sideline slapping, getting excited when someone passes the ball. You go for it all night tonight. Right from our first tip-off, we want to hear it tonight. So if you've never been to a Giants game, we have a few things we always do. When the opposition is taking a free throw, we don't want to make it easy for them. You make noise. When I say let's make some noise, you stamp your feet, or you clap, or you walk whistle. We don't want to make it easy for these Taranaki years. They're in our hangar, the hangar of pain, and we're going to make them feel it tonight. Let's talk about another sponsors table. I'm standing right behind the McDonald's table tonight. And the McDonald's guys, these are now one of Nelson's biggest sports sponsors. They are incredible. Schools, sports, clubs, they're behind everyone. So if you're eating McDonald's, spending money at McDonald's, you are helping our community. So get down there tonight after the game. Like I said before, we've got giveaways, so whoever makes noise up in the stand. This stand here is always the noisiest stand. I love it. This stand has ruled the last few weeks. They have made the others look a bit woeful. So tonight, do you think you guys can keep that going tonight? I like our chances. We have had both home fans, GJ Gunn, the home fans, come from the stand. So I reckon it's probably going to be the same tonight. I'll be very surprised. Actually, there's one there, right there. Love it. We've got the big L-box south stand tonight. Man, there's some good lookers in here tonight. And I reckon, guys, do you think this stand can take out the noisiest stand tonight? I think they can. I want to see a GJ home fan from this stand tonight. So when we say make noise, I'm coming looking for you guys. These stands, you bang your feet now. Wow, it makes a heck of a noise, like a train driving through the building. So this is what I'm going to call South Stand. So South Stand, it's up. I'm looking for you to make noise tonight. Teams to the bench, please. Teams to the bench. Right, time to name the teams tonight. So we have on the bench for Taranaki, number 4, Jerome Tamatia. Number 1, Jordan Cooper. Number 7, Xavier Perm. Number 8, Cooper James. Number 3, Riley Tuta. Number 10, Quinton Bailey. And number 6, Lyric Tuhaka. Now let's put your hands together for the Taranaki years, starting 5. Number 2, Tane Samuel. Number 3, Marcel Jones. Number 5, Luke Gavay. Number 10, Xavier Green. And 0, Aaron Cook. And now these are the players we want to hear and see tonight. The NBS Nelson Giants roster off the bench, supported by Arden Farmag, 35, Brad Matthews. Supported by Richmond Aquatic Centre, number 7, Rico Barici. Supported by Summit Real Estate, number 1, Elijah Inwood. Supported by Richmond Aquatic Centre, number 2, Brooke Barnes. Supported by CLM, number 11, Josh Miku. Supported
Kia ora iti whānau, no mai haere mai, and welcome into Sal's NBL action for your Saturday afternoon. The Nelson Giants are hosting the Taranaki Years in round 4 of your Sal's NBL. The Nelson Giants picked up a win in this gym this time a week ago and are looking to make it 2 in a row. Maya Williamson here, joined by former Nelson Giant himself, Tom Ingham. And Tom, there's a lot on the line for these teams today.
Yeah, a lot on the line for these teams. See right there, the Brian Rampton Memorial Trophy. So in terms of where that comes from, so both Tony Rampton and Damon Rampton were sons of Brian Rampton and played for both the Taranaki Years and the Nelson Giants. And when Tony Rampton was down with the Nelson Giants, Brian Rampton sadly passed, and what they've done is they have this memorial trophy in which the Giants and Years play for every year. And a bit of extra spice, because even though he's not with the Giants at the moment, Zach Rampton has recently joined the Giants, son of Tony Rampton. So a bit of extra juice in this one tonight for both teams for sure.
Yeah, so cool to see, and love to hear that it really does fizz both these teams up. Fitch talking about it on the Nelson Giants Instagram if you want to go check it out. So lots to play for today, and as we look at the Your Shout vote, it's splitting hairs. You know, a couple more Giants votes in there, and it'll be 50-50.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Airs are hit on the table right now, but the Giants came off a massive win against the Wellington Saints. Looked dead in the water, but a massive push down the stretch and got the job done.
But take a look at the standings, and who would have thought finished last in the NBL last year and are on top, undefeated, 4-0, the Nuggets.
Yeah, the Otago Nuggets are looking fantastic, and at both ends of the floor, it's their defense that I've been really impressed with. You see they're against there in terms of 4 games, still well below anyone else, so really establishing themselves.
There are the Giants at 2-2. And they had the impressive one against the Wellington Saints last week, like you said. Impressively, the Taranaki Ears, their most recent game was also against the Wellington Saints, but was a completely different result, 89 to 111.
Yeah, I think the Saints were probably a bit furious after that one against the Giants and definitely came out with a vengeance.
Your upcoming fixtures later this evening, Hawks and the Tuatara, and then it is the South Island battle. The Rams look to take the first loss for the Nuggets. And then the Sharks, Jets, and the Ears Sharks later this week. Yeah,
I love that Otago-Canterbury rivalry. It always fizzes up, and, you know, the Rams will be trying to get rid of that Otago-Nuggets-O for sure.
Of course, at the new Parakiori Recreation Centre down in Christchurch, the first season, we've said goodbye to the mighty Cows Stadium.
Famous Cows Stadium, my goodness.
Tom's favourite stadium, most favourite stadium in the country.
Oh, not great memories there, to be fair, but that was because of the Rams, I would say, not so much for the stadium.
Here is your Taranaki Ears starting five. Cook Jr., Samuel, Jones, Vaya, and Green. They're looking good, the Ears, but just struggling offensively.
Yeah, they are a wee bit, and so, you know, they'll look a lot to Cook Jr. He's someone who really sets out for a lot of offense for this team, so look for him to have a big one for the Taranaki Ears tonight.
And the long-time veteran, Marcel Jones, we caught up with him earlier today.
Hey Marcel, the Ears have got off to a solid start, but have at times struggled on the glass with a -12 rebound margin. How does the team look to adjust their play to either address the issue or play around it?
Yeah, it's a good observation. Yeah, we've been talking about it a lot recently. Rebounding is a big key, especially against a team like this. You know, they fight for everything, so we don't want to give them second chances. We want to stop it after one shot. So, you know, it's going to take 5 of us, and you know, we're going to do the job.
Nice one. Looking at your opponent today, what areas of the Giants' game are you hoping to impact to give the Ears the best chance to take the road win?
Well, you know, we're coming into the game off of the back of another game, so we really got to have high energy, you know, and you know, it's another road game, tough environment, so we got to lean onto each other. You know, we got just 12 of us, so we just got to keep rotating and keep with the energy high.
Yeah, tough on those double road weeks. Well, all the best for the game, Marcel. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it.
2 road games in a row for the Taranaki Ears, and the recent one was on Thursday. That's going to be hard for them to bounce back from. Not impossible, but definitely going to affect today's game.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, sometimes when you come off a hard loss, you know it's a wee bit do or die, and you want to try split that road trip at all costs. So the Ears will have that energy today, I think.
There is your NBS Nelson Giants starting 5. McNaught, Pera Hunt, Smith, Milner, Judd, and Lukanen. Liam Judd coming off a career high against the Saints, 34 points last week.
Yeah, he was lights out, and, you know, it was great to see Liam Judd. You know, he's got an incredible jump shot and was really aggressive getting to the paint too. And then Alex McNaught had what I believe is his best game in a Nelson Giants jersey last week, so that was awesome to see.
And someone else who's been very impressive for the Nelson Giants so far is Torquay Smith Milner. We also caught up with him earlier today.
Hey Tohi, last time out the Giants pulled off a dramatic come-from-behind win. What did you learn about the team from that victory that the team will look to pull in today's performance?
Yeah, it just showed a lot of heart. We had a close game against the Rams, and unfortunately we weren't able to pull that one out, but thankfully we were able to show that we can stay in the game and win against a high-caliber team like the Saints.
Turn the table. The Ears are one of the lowest scoring teams in the league, but have shown a knack for strong finishes and have plenty of dangerous weapons. What's the key for the Giants to contain their opponent if you want to protect home court again?
Just team defense. Like you said, they've got a lot of weapons on the offensive end, so just containing those guys and limiting them to what they're able to do is probably our biggest key right now.
Well, thanks for your time, Tohi. All the best for the game.
Great to see Torquay Smith Milner back in a Giants jersey.
Yeah, absolutely. 2018, the last time Torquay was in the Giants jersey, but, you know, great to see him back. As I see the Chemist Warehouse stats there, the one that I'm looking at right there, the rebounding margin, it was talked about in terms of the pre-game interview, but that's something the Giants will be really looking to exploit.
Yeah, the scoring and the defense is relatively splitting hairs, but the focus is going to be definitely on that rebounding. The Ears, one of the worst offensive rebounding teams. They've done well in terms of the defensive rebounds. And if we take a look at that big men matchup, we've just seen Torquay Smith Milner, but someone we haven't spoken about is Dane Samuel. He's shown he can dominate in the Sal's NBL in previous years.
Oh, absolutely. Dane Samuel, 2021 All-Star 5, and, you know, he's had a lot of success when he's come into this gym, generally in a Wellington Saints jersey, But he's a guy who hasn't shot the ball too well to start the season, but man, can he get going really quickly. So he'll be one the Giants have to slow down today.
And of course, we give all love to the match officials, Matt Bathurst, Hayden Pipe and Corey Hogg on the whistle today. And lots to play for, like you said, Tom. As we take a look there, your sharp boat has swung in the other direction. They heard about the Brian Rampton Trophy and they said, you know what, I'm behind the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants faithful, must be a couple tuned in at the Trafalgar Centre also. Scan the QR code. But yeah, I think this will be a really close game. A lot to play for both teams today. So, you know, we'll see who comes out on top.
2 extra games in the caddy for the Taranaki Ears as well. So they've had more time to gel as opposed to the Giants. An easier schedule to start things off, just the 3 games for them. That might play a little bit of a part too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it can work both ways, right? I mean, you have that time together, you get that continuity, but also the legs might be a wee bit tired. So the Ears will want to come out and really try to shake the rust off their system in terms of trying to bounce back off that back-to-back. And then the Nelson Giants definitely have some momentum from that Wellington Saints victory. So they'll want to come out and try to set the tone early.
Both teams not at full capacity yet. One import still to come for the Taranaki Ears. And then for the Giants, just the sole import at the moment in Amy Luukkonen. They're still yet to fill those 2 spots completely.
Yeah, and Luukkonen, as often big men do when they first come into the league, struggled with foul trouble, fouled out in 19 minutes. So he'll be someone that, you know, wants to get comfortable in that Nelson Giants blue and try establish himself early. But he'll have a tough matchup in terms of both Darnay Samuel and then also Xavier Green as well. And then Marcel Jones, the ever-young Marcel Jones.
Can't believe it. He's like LeBron James, just doesn't age, 40 years old and still absolutely kicking Marcel Jones.
Yeah, he's going incredibly well too, you know, making a wee bit of a resurgence at the back end of his career in terms of how he's been able to shoot the ball, and he's very good at going to his right hand at all 3 levels. So he's a guy to watch tonight also.
Plenty on the line today, playing for the Brian Rampton Trophy, the Taranaki Ears and the NBS Nelson Giants. Second home game of the season for the Nelson Giants here in Trafalgar Centre. We're underway. First possession goes to the home team. Kira Hunt, the leading scorer for the Nelson Giants, just kicked things off with a bang.
Yeah, and great action there from the Giants as Alex McNaught straight back into it. Love the aggressiveness, but straight away, Giants going to their Iverson cut action, trying to get Parrot Hunt downhill. Had a massive steal to end the last game for the Giants to put them ahead of the Wellington Saints. So great start for them.
Averaging 22 points again is Cruz. Comes down from the Tauranga Whai. Great to see his injection so far. A lot of pressure here in the backcourt for the Nelson Giants. What can the Taranaki Ears come up with in their first offensive possession? Darnay Samuel, the footwork. Smith Milner comes from behind. That's a great start for the Ears.
Yeah, and you see the Giants looking to extend the pressure up, but the thing is when you have someone like Darnay Samuel, even though he's playing at the 4 position, he can generate a whole lot of offense. So they got the inverted guard pick and roll there, getting Darnay Samuel downhill. I think it's a great look for the Ears to start.
Got a cheeky little Pinoy step in there as well. Like you were speaking about this off here actually before we kick things off. You reckon he's got some of the best footwork in the league?
Yeah, absolutely. Darnay uses his footwork incredibly well. He has that big body and uses contact, but it never is too off balance. Always looks so composed when he gets into the paint, into the lane, and is a very, very good scorer at all 3 levels. So, no, I expect Darnay Samuel to make his impact on this game tonight.
Makes both, and makes it look easy from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Both teams pretty successful on their first offensive positions. Norton dealing with a little bit of backcourt pressure there from Aaron Cook Jr. Smith Milner, Luukkonen, Judd off the back of a career high. Bit of a stagnant position here for the Giants. Pera Hunt, Smith Milner all alone. Can't make it count.
And a great job there from the Ears, really trying to extend that pressure. And even though the Giants were getting side to side, it was hard there for Luukkonen to be able to swing that. So good extensive pressure from the Ears.
Gouveia, great use of the shot fake, and McNaught got a piece of it there.
Yeah, great move there from Veas. Got McNaught to bite on the up fake, went strong to the rim. And again, I love this from the Ears, trying to put pressure on the rim straight away. And you can see, we talked about them coming off a back-to-back, but they certainly don't look like they're lacking energy, which is fantastic to see.
Luke Gouveia, a product of Auckland Grammar School, was coached by former Tall Black and also a fellow Sky Sport commentator, Lindsay Tate. Spent some time at a Christian prep school in Kansas and some time in Australia, and has looked really good on debut here for the Ears.
Yeah, I think he's a really good piece to this team, and the fact you've got a lot of guys who have the ball in their hand of creating, and Vaya provides that 3 and D that the Ears will be looking for.
Smith-Milner straight to the cup on Marcel Jones.
And love that. Tohi has the size advantage, but straight away, see Liam Judd able to get the steal. We're up and down so far, Maya.
Yeah, a lot of energy here in the Trafalgar Centre to kick this one off. Pero Hunt, heat on the rim. What a start.
Yeah, love that from Cruz Parrott Hunt. Straight downhill. You know, if you can get a steal like that, try to push it back down their throat. It's a good look from the Giants.
Cook Jr. running the ship here for the Taranaki Ears. Just under 10 assists a game, and here we go. Darnay Samuel gets the better of Liam Judd.
And straight away you see there trying to get even both the 3 and 4 and pick and roll. Darnay Samuel trying to get the mismatch early doors, so he's trying to get himself going.
Lukanen gives it to Judd. Makes the successful slam from Liam Judd. I just didn't even see that coming.
Out of nowhere, Liam Judd looked like he was going to put him in jail, then just took that extra step and bang, bang.
One of the best athletes that we have here in Aotearoa, Liam Judd. On the other end, Darnay Samuel. That's everything but there on the three-point line.
Straight away, Cruz Parrott Hunt looking to come back downhill and push, but I think this is where the Giants, what they need to do to be successful, get the ball through second, third side action.
Liam Judd, the hot hand. Immediately moving to something else here. Smith-Milner into the wall of Vaya. Great defense.
Yeah, great job there from Vaya. Seen Toy get on that short roll, stepped up, got outside the charge circle. Great defensive position.
Green, been really impressive for the Ears. Can't make a count from downtown. They're shooting at 34% the Ears, just 4th in the league. So they've done a great job, but not successful early doors.
Yeah, as we see here, Liam Judd, almost like he hesitated for a second and then boom. Great move, but straight away we talked about the Ears, not the best offensive rebounding team, only have one person on the glass, so it looks like a conscious effort that they're trying to get back, stop the Giants in transition, and are kind of sacrificing that offensive glass.
Yeah, just getting the offensive rebound 9% of the time. They're last in the league in terms of offensive rebounding position, just shy of 4 offensive rebounds a game. For the Giants, 26% of the time, so just under 10 offensive rebounds a game. Different tales in that regard. We're giving some time for Luka Vage to tie his shoelace up. We're back underway. How's that chant, eh?
Yeah, there we go. The Giants faithful. Don't know if they're backing up the MC right now. It's Cruz Parrott Hunt on the back cut. Toy Smith-Milner is so effective in that kind of high post or that high catch even outside the three-point line at hitting back cutters. Did it a lot the last game. It's Alex McNaught extending the pressure.
Nice little mini run here for the Giants. Lukanen skips it over to McNaught. He's all alone. Can't bang it, but gets his own offensive rebound. Smith-Milner also can't make a count.
But I love that Alex McNaught didn't even hesitate. Shot the ball incredibly well last week against the Wellington Saints and needs to continue to be aggressive, but they need to stop that man getting downhill. Cook Jr. is a problem for this Ears team.
14 points a game, Cook Jr., and just shy of 10 assists a game. He is second in the league in that regard. Great pass, McNaught to Judd. Bangs it from the corner. Liam Judd picks up where he left off.
Yeah, absolutely he does. As Alex McNaught again getting into the paint, that roommate connection continuing on from last week.
3 assists already for Alex McNaught. Really undertaking those point guard responsibilities. Nice skip to the corner. Vaya takes the closeout and Parrott Hunt just puts his hand up in responsibility.
And you see the Giants there hard showing and rotating extra hard. So they're not, it doesn't appear they're too worried about the three-point shot right now. You see Cruz Parrott Hunt, just that hand on as Vaya goes to his left.
See Coach John White in his first season with the Taranaki Ears. Sam McKinnon at the helm the last couple of years. He's coached in NBL 1 East and some WNBL experience as well. Sam Dempster in the mix. And immediately, bully ball, Marcel Jones.
Yeah, Marcel Jones is incredibly good at that mid-range and going over both shoulders, but shows there, able to get that wee step back. Tough finish.
Tohi Smith-Milner finds some success. Oh, no, he does not. Thought that went in.
Yeah, the old net up, the trick.
Oh, got me.
The trick. It got me for a second too, so you're not alone, Maya.
Jones, Vea, and Green, ball in hand. They've run out of time. Does that feel right, Tom? That doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, that appeared to be quite a quick possession, but it looks like they're going to talk about it, but I would be very surprised if the Taranaki Airs lose possession over a shot clock.
I was going to say, I know I just said that. I thought that shot went in and it didn't, but I swear I know how to count to 24 as well. Yeah, we're going to see 14 reset for the Taranaki Airs. And James Matthews, coming off a really good Rapid League game, is in the mix now with the responsibility of Cook Jr.
Yeah, and it's a tough matchup. You know, it's one that Matthews will be up for, and, you know, he's looking to add to his Jimmy Vlogs.
Shout out Jimmy Vlogs, get amongst it. Influencer life has taken hold of James Matthews. Vea can't make the left-hand lay. Giants. Cruz Hunt uses that drag screen. Nice ball movement. Matthews back up to Pera Hunt. This ball is flowing. Aggressive defense here from the Airs. Dempster downhill and a cheap foul there on Marcel Jones.
Yeah, the Giants doing a good job of getting second, third side there, but the Taranaki Airs are really coming out, trying to put a lot of pressure on ball screens, try to get the ball moving. Giants haven't quite executed those kick-ahead passes, so that's something they'll need to look at to try dissect this Airs defense.
Jones will take a seat after that one whistled on him. Pera Hunt gets it into Judd. A lot of physicality there from Cook Jr. Matt Bathurst doesn't like the look of it.
Yeah, it's good to see Liam Judd being aggressive, you know, coming off that 34-point, that career high, straight away, trying to get that early seal. You know, I think if they can get fouls on Cook, because he's a guy that makes, we have that foul on Green there.
Green.
But it's good to see Liam Judd being aggressive.
Turnover now for the Nelson Giants. A little bit of a dog's breakfast those last couple of possessions, but we'll go with the Airs and see what they can come up with.
Yeah, I think that's important if you're the Taranaki Airs too. You want to try junk it up and try and make it really uncomfortable for the Giants, as they have the fresher legs without a doubt, not having a back-to-back. So that'll be something the Airs need to continue to work on.
Green, the leading scorer for the Taranaki Airs, yet to get going so far in this one. Cook Jr. been so aggressive. Samuel now takes it downhill on Lucan, and great balance, but can't find a finish, and a big boy rebound from Judd.
Yeah, and straight away pushing it and getting out in transition is Cruz, Pera, Hunt, straight out and going. This Giants team, they love shooting three-pointers and have the second most threes in the league right now. So that'll be something that the Airs will have to look at, try run them off the line.
You could just feel the need for a timeout after that one. Momentum all in the favor of the Giants right now.
Yeah, and that's one of those things, especially when you're playing a back-to-back, you want to try keep the home crowd as quiet as possible. And things like quick leak-out transition threes and dunks, those are things that can really get the crowd going.
Interestingly, yeah, to take a look at that last possession, great find. Pera Hunt, a very capable three-point shooter, shooting it at 40% a few first games. But take a look at the Taranaki Airs offense. Xavier Green, he's their leading scorer at 18 points a game. And just yet to get going, hardly any touches for the man, just the one shot.
Yeah, I mean, straight away, the Airs look to go through Darnay Samuel, they've looked to go through Marcel Jones, trying to get mismatches early doors. So I'd like to see them try to get to Xavier Green, because he is a guy that is a big weapon in this Airs offense. And when you're on the second night of a back-to-back, you need all your weapons firing to try to get the job done.
Still very much early doors as we see the crowd building here in the Trafalgar Centre. They just make the atmosphere so great for the MBS Nelson Giants.
Yeah, they really do. In terms of the Nelson Giants crowd, you see the same faces show up every single year. So a very proud basketball town, and they'll be trying to get their Nelson Giants their second win of the season.
Nice extended pressure here for the Nelson Giants. McNaught, no catch on Cook Jr. seems to be the assignment.
Yeah, I think it's a great strategy from the Nelson Giants. You want to try to get the ball out of his hands for that exact reason, because he is a guy that can create his own offense. But I think more importantly for the Airs, he creates offense for everyone else. To be a touch under 10 assists a game, is massive in the New Zealand NBL.
Great pass to Luukkonen, finishes it off. That is just picture-perfect basketball.
That really is, that high-low. Luukkonen does a great job of getting out of that screen early. A great look.
Bailey slips out of the on-ball. Has the advantage on McNaught, spins the pattern Quinton Bailey look, and Vaya just touches it up.
And that's one of those things for the Giants in terms of had the mismatch, but got to make sure that we're still staying on our guys. Can't allow those easy offensive rebounds.
Fair Hunt skips it over to Dempster. He likes it from downtown. Won't connect, and Bailey the rebound.
Mike Fitchett, not a fan of that one. However, I do think Quinton Bailey did the service and did get him bounds first.
Tudor really good at attacking that closeout and gets the second foul of the game on Alex McNaught.
Yeah, I love that from Tudor. You know, didn't have the greatest start to Rapid League, but really started to come to life at the end. I think this is really important. When you're a role player, you need to come in and be confident and be able to make those contributions. So great start to see Elijah Inwood in for his first minutes of the NBL game.
And he has earned these minutes, Tom.
100%. You know, this is a guy, it's his first season properly in the Giants setup, and in Rapid League, it's just come out and just let it fly with the utmost confidence. So to see him get a shot in the main NBL game, in the NBL games, is important.
Tudor, just 21 years old, makes first from the Chemist Warehouse stripe in his third season with the Taranaki years. Spent some time in the collegiate realm. Good to see him back in the local, getting it done. Nice pressure up the floor there from Cook Jr., but just got a little bit excited with his hands.
Yeah, I like that. Obviously, they're seeing James Matthews in the game, and they want to try to put a bit of pressure on him. But Cook Jr., those are the ones, unlucky maybe, but he needs to be staying in this game for the Sears team.
Green will take him out of the game.
3 minutes to go in our first
Could be his
quarter.
second
One
foul.
ball
We'll just
game.
take a
Let's
look.
get behind
And I
that.
believe, yes, that will be his second foul of the ball game. Xavier Cook. Sorry, Aaron Cook. Nice move downhill for Xavier Green. Finds Vaya in the corner. Better defense that time from Para Hunt. Bit stagnant here for the Ears, and Luukkonen comes up with the steal. Here we go, big boy. Great finish.
Tough finish there from Luukkonen, and both teams right now, just a couple of careless turnovers in terms of the pitches going to the other team, but Luukkonen able to go through Dane Samuel in that instance.
Green finally getting involved, and we'll get a late foul there. I believe that's going to be on Elijah Inwood.
See straight away a couple, one there from Dane Samuel. Probably wishes he had that one back, but straight through Quinton Bailey there. Does a great job of getting back, but ultimately Luukkonen just a bit too strong on that instance.
That one actually going to be on Quinton Bailey. Must have been on the put back. Quinton Bailey, such a great role player for the Taranaki Years squad.
Yeah, he really is, and he's had a great start to the season too. Just sitting a wee bit under 10 points per game, but just does all the little things that you don't necessarily see or don't see on the score sheet. Sets great screens, gets out of screens, runs the lanes incredibly well. So, you know, he's a great guy to have on your team.
That's the kryptonite, though, for the Taranaki Ears. Their free throw percentage, 57%, the last in the league.
Yeah, and that's one you're going to have to clean up. You know, those free throws, they can often decide games, especially down the stretch. So that needs to get up for the Taranaki Ears.
Samuel immediately going to work through hands. Sammy D reads that one like a book.
Yeah, and the Giants starting to collapse down on Dane Samuel, not allowing him to get easy catches. See the Giants go straight to Luukkonen on Vaya. Bit of a mismatch there.
Oh, a little behind the back pass to Elijah Inwood. Tops it off with a little kiss.
And I believe that might be Elijah Inwood's first NBL points. So congratulations to Elijah.
Yeah, congrats, big man. In the big game as well of the Brian Rampton Memorial Trophy. James Matthews getting down and dirty with Bailey there. Had the mismatch. So not a bad foul there from James Matthews.
Nah, he didn't really have any other option right there, as you see. Luukkonen.
Woo.
Showtime.
Come on now.
But I like Quinton Bailey right there. He identifies the mismatch. And I think when you got a guy like Dane Samuel and he demands a lot of attention, he's also a very willing and capable passer. He's had a couple of turnovers, but he'll definitely continue to look for his teammates. And Quinton Bailey can be bread and butter for him down there.
Bailey goes 2-2. Much better that time from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Back to a one-possession game. Dempster through hands to Inwood. Some extended pressure here above the three-point line from the Taranaki years. Matthews can't get the step on Vaya. Inwood. That one! Elijah Inwood!
Welcome to the show, young fella. I tell you what, he has not looked shy in Rapid League, and what you love to see is he comes into the NBL, it's the same confidence. And all it takes for a young fella like that, you see a couple go through, man, love that from Elijah Inwood, and so does he.
Are you kidding me? Elijah Inwood not only shot that with confidence, but celebrated with confidence as well. How about these minutes from Elijah Inwood?
Yeah, it's fantastic to see. And again, it just credits Rapid League. You see a lot of young guys coming in. They've had a wee bit of exposure, got their feet underneath them with that first 16 minutes and straight into the NBL game making contributions too.
6 points the lead now for the Giants. The Ears have to answer. Can they do it through Luca Vea? Finds the cutting Bailey. He's usually pretty good at that finish.
Yeah, he is. He's really good on his right hand, Quinton Bailey, in that short to mid-range game. As we see straight away, Xavier Green taking that Elijah Inwood three personally.
Matthews gets around the pressure. Nickel from the same spot, just off the front rim.
Yeah, and good look there from Nickel. Stepped into it with confidence. Just a wee bit short on that instance.
Darnay Samuel getting into it downhill with Nickel, and that's an easy look for Samuel.
Yeah, and I tell you what, as soon as Darnay gets a wee bit of position on you, good luck. And Nickel was behind him straight away. Pretty hard to defend that.
And he's going to be physical, Samuel. Judd got the hot close out there from Green. Vea picks that pass away. Matthews gives up the foul. Now the question is going to be, was that a take foul or a clear path foul? Or was it not? The referee's having a quick corridor about this one.
Yeah, we might have to look at that. And it's always, as any call, is a very subjective call. And then in the sense of Matthews was, but it looks like
that was a clear path foul.
And, you know, I'd probably agree with that one in the sense of there was nothing in it, but the reality is he's probably a wee bit behind the play. Vea probably had the layup, so I think the right call was made there.
So 2 free throws from the Chemist Warehouse strike from Vea, and then position as well for the Taranaki Ears. Unfortunately misses the first.
Yeah, and this is something the Ears are going to have to sort out. You know, they've done a good job so far at getting to the line and trying to put pressure on the Giants, but they need to make these count.
Just 44% so far for Vea from the Chemist Warehouse stripe over the season. We'll take a look at this and what warranted it being a clear path foul there for Matthews. No one in front. Took away his chance for a layup, although Vea probably would have much preferred the layup after missing those two.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the Ears obviously get the ball back, but yeah, I think the right call was made on that instance.
Let's see what they can do here with this offensive position. Cook and Green back in the mix. Creators, the pinnacle of this offense. They go to Samuel again. Got the better of Nickel the last time and gets the better of him again. And one, Darnay Samuel. And
we talked about it pre-game, even though he hasn't had the greatest shooting start, although hit a massive three over the Bulls to get the win, but straight away, he is so effective. We talked about that footwork too. Has the patience, takes the time, couple of pump fakes, gets Nickel slightly raised. Yeah, Darnay Samuel, he is a problem in this league.
Likes it too. Loves the celebration, of course.
He is a character, Darnay Samuel, so you know, he's always a good guy to go against, gets after it, and has a bit of fun while he does it too.
Back to 1 point off the M1 there from Darnay Samuel. Just one possession left inside this, and Nickel unfortunately getting the sub. I mean, it's a hard task stopping Darnay Samuel down there.
Oh, it really is, and you have to do your work early and try to force him out of those positions, but it's easier said than done. We can all say that that's the right thing to do for Nickel, but man, as soon as he starts throwing his weight around there, it's pretty tough.
Well, you see the man for the job has got to be Sammy D. The physicality on the man.
Old head, old head.
Last possession here for the Giants. It's going to go through Cruz Pero Hunt. Gets downhill. Sam Dempster on the offensive glass. Won't get it. Oh, Tudor, he's run out. He doesn't get it up in time, but doesn't make it anyway. Looks very disappointed with that, Tudor.
Up and down, far out. I think Sammy D probably a wee bit unlucky to not get that call on that putback, but they survive in the end.
The Giants have a slim lead at the end of the first quarter, 26-25. We'll see you shortly.
Tonight, NB's team are giving away money for charity. Game to game is one player each end, 45 seconds, shoot as many points as you can. Players can shoot from anywhere, retrieve your own ball. The player with the highest points gets $500 for charity. The second gets $250s. Ready, set, go! Southern District's indoor cricket in Nelson provides competitive and social indoor cricket for all ages, with options ranging from junior grades 13 to 17 to adults. Good Sports Watchmaker assists Tasman District Council with development of sports facilities and venues. Well, let's hear it for Ant. Gino, Ant! Got 7 down there. 7 each, it's a tie so far. 8-7. 9-7. And it's over! We've got 8 from Hunter, and Tony had 25! The Motueka Aquatics, they get $500.
No mai hoki mai, Stefano. Welcome back to the Sal's NBL for your Saturday afternoon. The Nelson Giants hosting the Taranaki Ears in a close affair in the first quarter. It's been back and forth, it's been up and down. And what would be better to pair it with than a large cheese pizza? It is your Sal's NBL Steal Deal of the Week. Scan the QR code and get him out. Sal's assist 26.
How good. Love me a large cheese pizza from Sal's. But yeah, very up and down game for a start, Maya. And I think in terms of the Ears right now, really putting pressure on the Giants through Darnay Samuel. Drew 9 fouls from the Giants in that quarter with multiple people on 2 fouls, including Cruz Barrett Hunt, Alex McNaught, and I believe Toy Smith-Milner also, which is massive for the Ears.
Oh, these girls know how to do it here.
And unfortunately as well, James Matthews off the bench in 2 fouls as the Nelson Giants have come out here in a 2-3 zone, it looks like.
And I think probably a big part of that is to try to protect those people in foul trouble, because you've got 2 guys out there right now. It's a great finish, but 2 guys out there right now that are in foul trouble with those 2 fouls. So, yeah, trying to protect them.
Nice pass inside to Toy Smith-Milner, and he's never going to miss that.
No, absolutely not. Toy does a great job of getting out of those screens really quick. Great feed from Barrett Hunt.
Marcel Jones trying to get a high post catch. Green finds Samuel. Doesn't find it from downtown, but way off in that instance.
Yeah, to the right on that one. But again, Darnay Samuel has been aggressive so far this game.
Inwood back up the top to Toy Smith-Milner. Judd gets a step on Vea, stops on a dime. Off the back rim, falls to Inwood. Barrett Hunt bangs it from the same spot he got his first one.
And Elijah Inwood doing such a great job of keeping that play alive. And Cruz Barrett Hunt is playing with a tremendous amount of confidence right now.
Love to see Fitch trusting in Elijah Inwood and giving him the minutes that he's earned.
Yeah, absolutely. And the deeper you can go in any roster, the better your chances are. So it's great to see Elijah Inwood making the most of this opportunity. Nice
little double team there on Samuel, but Green finally getting going offensively for the Ears.
Yeah, and great action there. If I'm the Ears, I'm continuing to play through Darnay Samuel in the post. You see Xavier Green being the beneficiary of Darnay Samuel drawing so much attention.
Smith-Milner heat on the rim, draws a foul on Xavier Green. That's been a little bit of his Achilles heel. Xavier Green struggled with foul trouble early doors, classic import problem.
As we've found out, Maya, with Lukanen last week, but the same thing. But Toy Smith-Milner, he's a threat from outside, but he sees straight away Green looking to hard close out. Toy Smith-Milner off the line to try and earn some extra coin for hoops and schools. You your hoops at your school, Tasman, Canterbury, West Coast, scan that to apply.
Oh, well done.
Thanks.
Tom Ingham.
Thank you.
The jack of all trades. Just take my job, honestly.
No. Hey, World Cup, off to the World Cup. Maya Williamson.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
Trailblazer.
Yeah, I need that next to my name when the commentators pop up.
Get it on the graphic production team.
Tom gets former Nelson Giant, and I don't get anything.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
It's a rough out here. Green. Not a lot of options apart from that 3 there from Jones. Vea is getting whistled for a foul on Liam Judd. Must just got his hand in the mix there. It looks to be stalling the Taranaki a little bit, this 2-3 zone.
Yeah, it is a wee bit. I think that what they need to do, and it's pretty hard, obviously the Giants trying to make sure Dane Samuel isn't getting easy post catches, but in that instance there, Vea's done a good job of crashing the glass, which is something the Ears we've talked about haven't been great at, so it's good for him slashing on that weak side.
Samuel looks to dance with Toy Smith-Milner. Oh, gets the roll off the front of the rim. How does he do it?
Yeah, he's so effective and he makes it look so easy, but that's the strength of the man and he has an incredible touch too. So Dane Samuel having a great start for the Ears.
McNaught just wants to get the step on Cook Jr. Won't get the finish. Now the Ears are off to the races.
Yeah, don't mind that from McNaught either, but what you don't want if you're the Giants, is that getting back downhill and then easy offensive rebounds for Xavier Green.
And it's clear that Fitch wants to speak about that, Tom Ingham, because he's called a timeout. He is absolutely not putting up with that.
Yeah, no, I could see Mike Fitchett fizzing up a wee bit after that one. That's 2 easy offensive rebounds for a team that is not known for offensive rebounds. Just by not getting a body, guilty of ball watching. So if you're the Nelson Giants, the first point of contact has to be to go hit someone, then go get the ball after that.
Probably not a bad strategy as well for the Taranaki Ears to start pushing the ball in transition and see what the Giants can do about it.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you're the Nelson Giants also, I think in terms of what Fitch is saying in that timeout is how are these guys that are coming off a back-to-back have to play a tough Wellington Saints team on the Thursday night, how are they outrunning you in this instance? So the Ears looking to establish that pace, that physicality early doors.
The Ears already matching their average of offensive rebounds, already at 3. How about that for a sign? That is like the best sign I've ever seen a fan make. It's some real art.
Yeah, I tell you what, that man that holds that sign too, every single week, week in, week out, I tell you what, you can have a collage of the signs that man can create. There he is.
The man himself.
He is old faithful when he'll come over yarn after every game too. So if you're the Giants, you want it to be a victorious night because you don't want him chewing your ear off after a loss.
You've been the reception of that a few times there, Tom.
Oh, but big heart. You know, everything's always a nice discussion, but sometimes after a loss, you just want to go back to the sheds.
You want to go cry. Let the man cry. Probably a little bit of a firing up there at the timeout from Fitch. We'll see what the Giants can respond with. Getting it back to the hands of McNaught. Can't find Smith-Milner. Judd in the corner. He likes that spot. No good. Samuel knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, and the Giants struggling to get in the paint a wee bit on that instance. Liam Judd still a good look from him in terms of that corner pocket, but Toy Smith-Milner able to put the pressure on Dane Samuel, get the position back.
McNaught with confidence from the corner. Great offensive rebound. Pero Hunt. Back out to Smith-Milner, who just slow it down. Judd. Fade away. Tough bucket, Liam Judd.
Liam Judd just continuing to add different weapons to his game. You know, he's got the three-pointer on lock, great slasher, but that mid-range game is coming along too.
7 points to kick things off for Liam Judd. Samuel, the leading scorer so far for this one. He finds Green in the corner, who's way off.
Yeah, and again, Dane Samuel, great decision there, kicks it to Green, but doesn't quite get on that instance. But Alex McNaught straight back downhill, just can't quite get it going tonight.
And here's that transition opportunity for the Ears. Cook Jr. likes that from downtown. They go back out in front the Ears.
And man, the Ears are not going to die trying. It's a big time look from Cook Jr.
Let's go, Giants, let's go!
Ball swinging for the Giants. Bruce Hunt, the leading scorer. McNaught, Dempster, another triple for the Giants. They put them up in bunches. Judd, great job on the offensive glass.
Yeah, great job there from Liam Judd, but this is where sometimes the Nelson Giants get a wee bit guilty of. The ball is moving, but there's no real intent. It kind of moves without any look to attack the cup, and then a three gets shot. Judd able to get them an extra possession, but if you're the Nelson Giants, that ball needs to move, and there needs to be intent in terms of trying to attack the cup as well.
14 three-point attempts already for the Nelson Giants. They've hit just 4.
Yeah, and you're going to see that continue to climb up too. This Nelson Giants team loves shooting three-pointers. There you go.
Right on cue, Liam Judd, and won't make it count either. Goes up to 4 and 15.
Straight away, McNaught up, extending that pressure on Cook Jr. They want the ball out of his hands. They want someone else to create. You see Sam Dempster, same thing.
Oh, great pass, Cook Jr. Just as you were talking about it, Tom, just fires an absolute bullet.
Yeah, great job. Sam Dempster obviously has to stay out, put a bit of pressure on, but he sees Quinton Bailey in that instance. Great seed.
Pierre Hunt working on Tudor, somehow found a gap.
And man, Cruz Pierre Hunt all season long, since he has put this Giants uniform on, has been pedal to the metal, shooting the ball with great confidence. You see in this instance, this is where they're great, getting downhill, trying to be aggressive, and Cruz has been great all season at doing that.
Definitely probably felt he had the better of Riley Tudor in that instance, a little bit older, a little bit stronger, and used his footwork to the best.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, Cruz currently sitting 22 points a game. He's not going to die wondering, and he is a massive focal point for this Giants offense.
Made his Sal's NBL debut in this jersey and in the stadium in 2019. Cruz Pierre Hunt had his collegiate experience at the University of South Dakota. It has been amazing to see him back in the mix. Had a great couple of years at the Phi. Nice to see him back in Nelson.
Yeah, as a Nelsonian, definitely great to see Cruz back in the Giants blue. You know, he was great in 2019, so good to see him making contributions this year too.
Great back cut, Riley Tudor, but just misses the bunny.
Yeah, great read there from Tudor. He'd want to have that one back, but again, it's good reads from him. Those shots will end up dropping.
Dime of a pass to the corner. Judd makes it count. Highlight play for the Giants. Timeout for the Ears. Momentum back in favor of the home team.
And again, put that down to Cruz Pierre Hunt, showing intent off that on-ball screen. And then the screener getting out really quickly. It's allowing that defense time to actually get across and know they have to get a good cross. Then you leave someone like Liam Judd open in that corner. It's dangerous.
Take another look at that. Lukanen just playing his role well as the big. Judd, his role is so important. If he makes those threes, it makes it a long night for the Ears.
And it's like we talked about last week too. It's really important that guys like Alex McNaught and Cruz Pierre Hunt stay aggressive, because the more they're on the cup, it gives Liam Judd more freedom to move. And as that three-man for the Nelson Giants, the more room he has to both shoot the ball and attack the cup, the more dangerous this team is.
Now please do tell Tom, what's the name of this mascot?
G-I-Ant.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
G.I.Ant. Then there was the G.I.Ant podcast.
The G-Antics podcast, yep. Shout out Dan Greta. Him and I got a wee takeover one time, but we got cancelled after one episode.
Oh, why is that?
I think because Hugh and Phil came back and we were worried we were going to steal their shine, but I think probably mostly, I don't know if we were the most appropriate men for the job, but...
I'm so surprised. So surprised.
There was a lot of banter without a doubt. You can find that on YouTube, actually. The man with the mullet and then the man with the average chat. Throwing some marginal chat out there, but, you know, it was a good podcast experience regardless.
Just a little bit of a detour in your career, maybe?
Yeah, well, it was near the end anyway. I wasn't really moving up and down too well, so I might as well continue talking.
And that you have done, now jumping into the Sky Sport commentary team, Tom.
There we go.
Back on the floor here, the Ears need to adjust something. But it's been pretty back and forth between these two. Exactly what we expected and somewhat of a rivalry. Bailey, well, he's in the right spot at the right time. Dishes it off to Vea with great patience.
And again, good action. Looked like the Giants changed up their 2-3 zone a wee bit there and just tried to bring those bottom guys a wee bit higher, but the Ears able to dissect it.
Lukanen skips it out to McNaught, finds Judd. just hit one. Hits another is, please, Liam Judd.
Liam Judd is continuing to go from strength to strength, shooting that ball with confidence like he always does, as we see right there. Bank nearly open.
Probably not quite the look the ears were looking for.
No, not in that instance, but you see Alex McNaught straight back downhill. Big body McNaught.
I'd be happy to get that one after a couple of missed bunnies, Alex McNaught, and adds to the run for Taranaki ears. Green, all tied up there with Luukkonen.
The Giants look like they're going to get that one back. So again, great job there, getting downhill. Luukkonen.
Absolutely clean from the big man, and nice to see them putting pressure on Xavier Green, who has been pretty quiet by his standards for the ears. Just 6 points in a quarter and a half. Matthews back on the floor for the Giants.
Yeah, their leading scorer, Green, so it's maybe someone they're playing a lot more through, Darnay Samuel. So Green not quite getting the touches at the moment, but that could change.
Pierre Hunt over to Luukkonen. That again, textbook basketball.
And you see the ears right there, not able to get into the hard show they've been so effective with. Gives Pierre Hunt room to go downhill. Great lob over to Luukkonen.
Darnay Samuel leads the ears in scoring today, but leaves it short. Jones, another chance, and floats it in.
Yeah, Marcel Jones incredibly good with that right hand, but if I'm Darnay Samuel, you've been dominating so far in that post. That one's got to be you that shoots it.
Another foul called here on Green. I believe that's going to be his third, and he knows exactly where he's heading after that one. There's two to check back in.
Yeah, a massive loss for the time being, especially while the Giants are on a wee bit of a run at the moment. And then Aaron Cook Jr. also sitting with 2 fouls at the moment too. So a bit of foul trouble on both sides, especially with key players.
I mean, we knew this one was going to be a physical one, didn't we, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the Taranaki ears, they wanted to try exert that physicality early to try get their energy up. And then the Giants want to try string a couple of wins together.
Looks like a 3-2 here from the Taranaki ears. They've come out in. Luukkonen finds some space, stripped away by Jones.
Great hands there from Jones. Luukkonen thought he maybe had the size advantage, but Jones, too quick.
Ball on an absolute string there for Cook. Jones. Doesn't mind a triple, but just off the back rim.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Keep getting side to side. I think just keep trying to play through Darnay Samuel in the post. He's been dominant down there.
Matthews finds Judd. Steps back, cuts away. Dempster wants it himself. Has not found luck yet from three-point land so far, Sam Dempster.
Yeah, the ears have been up and in when Dempster's, especially on on-ball screens, and they're not allowing him to get those easy three-pointers. He does a good job pushing Darnay Samuel out there.
Cook splits the double team, stops on a dime, doesn't make it count. Luukkonen pulls in the rebound.
Yeah, great there. Great look there from Cook. James Matthews opened up a wee bit too early, able to get down.
Pierre Hunt, really good out of on balls. Floats it to Luukkonen. Great patience. Finds Dempster. Now that is basketball.
Yeah, beautiful action there. Cruz Pierre Hunt draws two, lobs it over the top. Help sinks in to try collapse on Luukkonen, and Sammy D. Feet set. That's a bucket.
Great defense there from Dempster. Finds it inside to Samuel. Got a nice touch, and you don't often see him miss 2 in a row.
Nah, that's a good look there for the ears. You've got to be happy with that one, but just couldn't quite get the roll there.
Luukkonen, down, look out below. Amy Luukkonen.
The finish hammer, straight down the stretch. That'll be good for Luukkonen's confidence, you know. Up to 8 points, 4 rebounds now after fouling out quick. Good to see him get some burn.
Starting to look pretty comfortable here. Amy Luukkonen has the tough job of Darnay Samuel, stripped away by Matthews.
Yeah, great job there from James Matthews. Seen it early doors, the collapse, and then straight away Cruz Pierre Hunt straight back downhill. Not quite the finish though.
Great run here for the Nelson Giants. Pierre Hunt putting a lot of pressure on the defense of the ears. Let's take a look at the finish hammer, as Tom Mingham called it, and does not crack any facial expression, just runs back on defense.
Man is stone cold, has that European seriousness about him, and absolutely throws that thing down. And Darnay Samuel, I think looking for that call on James Matthews collapsing, didn't quite agree with it. But Giants on another bit of a run.
I mean, it's a frustrating task for Dante Samuel, as any big man will be able to empathise with. So much attention and so many cheeky little guards getting their hands in. I mean, guilty as charged probably for you, Tom Ingham, but you can understand the frustration there from Dante Samuel.
Oh, 100%. And if you're a guard, sometimes you've got a guy like Dante Samuel, you're trying to throw everything you can, the kitchen sink included, but sometimes it's not good enough. But the Giants have upped the intensity a wee bit, starting to collapse, throw some doubles there on Dante Samuel, and making him be a passer. But if you're the Taranaki Airs, there's been a couple of easy blow-bys that you just cannot afford to happen. If this Nelson Giants team gets downhill, man, they already shoot the three well, so that you want to make sure that you're able to stop them getting downhill too.
Yeah, you'd expect a little bit more attention now to go towards Cruz Perahan. I mean, he's been battling physicality all game long, but 14 points and 5 assists, Cruz Perahan. He's been a part of everything.
Yeah, Cruz has really been the engine so far for this Nelson Giants team. Generated a lot of offense through, coming off on-ball screens and is shooting that thing with a whole lot of confidence. So, you know, Cruz has been very, very impressive this season. So he'll look to continue to keep this going.
Ready, Nelson? What are we going to do? We're going back.
There he is, Cruz Perahan, just 25 years of age. So much of his career still ahead of him. Has played 10 caps for the Tall Blacks as well. Won't be surprised if we see him back in that jersey sometime soon.
Yeah, I was about to say, the way Cruz is playing at the moment, he's definitely putting his hand up and knocking at that Tall Blacks door for sure.
I'm sure Judd Flavel is sitting at home watching this, so if you hear that, Judd, Cruz has got our vote as he makes the first from that Chemist Warehouse stripe. They've jumped out to a double-digit lead now, the Nelson Giants.
And this is a big minute here for the Airs. In terms of how you finish this half is really important.
That's one way to do it, not giving up an offensive rebound. Cook has just been swarmed by Alex McNaught. Sorry, James Matthews. Bailey gets it back to Samuel. A little bit of contact that Matt Bathurst there doesn't like.
Yeah, and the Giants had 9 fouls in that first quarter, but have now, I think that might be their first one of the quarter in that instance. And that's often the way it works sometimes in terms of how the refs sometimes call it. They'll be calling it a lot at the start, but if you can put that physicality on early, it tends to slow down a wee bit.
Jones from the corner hasn't found his stroke yet either. Giants now to respond. Sam Dempster hits another one. Yes, sir.
And the Nelson Giants continue to shoot that three ball with confidence. They're 8-3 of the evening, and good timing there in terms of they'll get a good another possession at the end of the quarter.
Ears need to answer. Who do they go through? Bailey just tipped away. Not the answer that Ears were searching for whatsoever. And a final possession here for the Giants. Can they extend this lead going into halftime? Perahan trying to find something, trying to make something work. Stops on a dime. Perahan off the back rim, and a dominant way to end the first half.
Well, it looks like we may have a foul call. It'll be interesting to see here if the Giants are in the penalty. So if the Airs are in the penalty, or if we're going into half-time.
Oh, me, oh my, this is not what the Taranaki Airs would have wanted. And you're correct, Tom, there's a foul on the rebound. So there is going to be 2 from the Chemist Warehouse for Luukkonen. So already a pretty comfortable lead at 13 and 15 at halftime. That's not what you want if you're the Airs.
Especially when you started so strong in terms of that first quarter. But Amy Luukkonen, you know, this is a guy the Giants haven't really played through, but he's done all those little things right now. Looking to try get to double digits here if he can make the second free throw, and then has 6 rebounds to boot as well. So making his presence felt as Rico Baruccio looks like he might get 0.3 of a second in this game, but need the free throw first.
Luukkonen makes them both count. Baruccio getting his 0.3 in there. It counts.
Go on, Rico, make something happen.
And a player timeout. Marcel Jones showing his veteran status there. 0.3, enough for a little tip.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely be interesting to see how they go to. You see this Giants team right now maybe a wee bit small, so maybe the lob might be on, but it'll be interesting to see how they go to. I think it's Marcel Jones or Quinton Bailey, but don't be surprised if it's Quinton Bailey setting the screen, because man, he can set a good screen.
BNZ player timeout, of course, a chance to win your ticket to the big game. You can scan that QR code and sign up your group, your sports group, your community groups. Get amongst and get yourself to a Sales NBL game this season. Samuel is going to be the one to throw it. What do we got here? They're going for the lob. No good. Cook doesn't have enough time to get it off. And that is finally all she wrote for the first half of your Sales NBL action on your Saturday afternoon. The NBS Nelson Giants have shot out to a convincing 15-point lead, 57-42. We'll be back very shortly with some Chemist Warehouse stats.
Half-time, we've got something pretty special today. That's the call. Helberg team. Tonight we recognise something pretty special. Our Tasman Helberg team. These athletes represent our region at the NZ Disability Sports events, the Helberg Games. Let's hear it for them. The Games is for young people with physical disabilities to get involved in sport and represent their region. Let's recognise them now. Tonight we have on the court Aiden Brown, Ben Murphy, Joel Kennedy, Myro Romanowski, Phoebe Hodson, Emily Rose Coleman, Izzy Bolton. Oh, Izzy sounded popular. Sienna Galasitsi. Ruby Rusket. Adelaide Kittle. And last but not least, Alex Colby. This team has grown from just 5 athletes back in 2023 to an 18-strong team in Tasman. 18, everyone! This growth didn't happen by accident. This event is a big deal nationally for kids and families who have to push just to get a chance to play sport. Big thanks to the Helberg Foundation and local community support and volunteers. They're going to do another lap. Let's keep them going. Local community supporters and volunteers growing Sir Murray Helberg's legacy right here in Tasman. So let's hear it again, once more again, for the Tasman Helberg team.
No mai hoki mai e te whānau. Welcome back. The MVS Nelson Giants looking pretty happy there in their changing room. They have a comfortable 15-point lead. Tom Ingham joins me in the commentary booth. Maya Williamson alongside. It's been a great first half for the hometown team.
Yeah, it really has. That second quarter in particular, 31-17 they got out. I see a Draymond Green jersey.
I was going to say, do you think that's some sort of inspiration? Because probably not quite the guy.
It looks like Elijah Inwood, and I tell you what, he's shooting the ball a bit better than Draymond Green at the moment. So
it's not too hard. He's not shooting any balls at the moment. Draymond Green knocked out of the playoffs.
True that. But yeah, great first half for the Nelson Giants.
Yeah, they've been very impressive. The hometown team just putting pedal to the metal against a fatigued-looking Taranaki Years team in hometown. Nelson is very much enjoying it at the Trafalgar Centre. But take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Cruz Hunt, Liam Judd and Lukanen all in double digits.
Yeah, really making their mark felt. Cruz Hunt has really led this offense. Liam Judd continuing last week's performance, then Lukanen making contributions as well. But Dane Samuel has been the main focal point for the Airs right now.
I think a key thing there as well, Xavier Green, the leading scorer for the Airs, only 6 points and sitting with 3 fouls as well.
Yeah, and foul trouble is something that is at risk for both of these teams a wee bit, especially the Airs, the fact they're down. But Sammy Dempster and Lukanen there as well, making their mark on the rebounds with Marcel Jones, the ever-young Marcel Jones, getting into it. Cruz Hunt, and even though Alex McNaught hasn't shot the ball particularly well this game, but is still looking to be aggressive and making contributions in that assist column too.
Nothing in the blocks column at all, but Lukanen, the big man, getting hands all over it. 3 steals.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job, and firstly his one-on-one defense, but then also his help side in terms of getting hands on the ball and able to get those deflections.
So the Airs, they looked really fatigued. They've had a very tough outing. They played the Franklin Bulls last Sunday. They played the Saints on Thursday, and now going back to Nelson and playing these guys on a Friday night. But what do they have to do? They've got to find something inside of them.
Yeah, I think for a start, it's going to start on the defensive end. Like 57 points is too many points. So they're going to have to slow that down and then try to get out themselves, get out and run and get some energy back.
Big second half ahead here for the Taranaki Airs and the Nelson Giants and the Trafalgar Centre, the Hangar, putting on a show here for your second half. Do not go anywhere. Plenty of basketball still to be played here on Sky Sport.
So thanks again to the Tasman Helberg team for coming along. Opening up. Alright, it's half time. It's time to go top up on our drinks. On ourselves, New York authentic pizza. Don't forget the bars out there with low alcoholic and no alcoholic drinks. Hunter's wines, McCashin's breweries, ciders and craft beers.
No mai hoki mai, e te whānau, and welcome back to Sal's NBL action for your Saturday afternoon. The NBS Nelson Giants hosting the Taranaki Airs here in the Trafalgar Centre, and they shot out to a dominant first half performance, 57 to 42. And Tom, there's a lot on the line in this game. Yes, there's the the Sal's NBL win, but there's a little bit more behind it as well.
Yeah, Brian Rampton Memorial Trophy up for grabs too. And for those of you that have just joined us, so Tony and Damon Rampton, both sons of Brian Rampton, played for both the Taranaki Airs and the Nelson Giants. And when Tony Rampton was down with the Giants, sadly Brian Rampton passed. And so every year the Nelson Giants and the Taranaki Airs play for the Brian Rampton Memorial Trophy. And a little bit extra with Zach Rampton, son of Tony Rampton, in the mix, but sadly away with national team duties. So it would have been good to have him there, but no doubt he'll have more games in this Nelson Giants jersey. Well, he'll get to play for that trophy of his granddad, so pretty awesome.
Yeah, so great to see that be a tradition year in, year out. They play for it 2 times a year, and you can feel the energy in behind this one. It just gives it a little bit something different from both sides.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially with a family as proud as the Rampton family in Nelson basketball. You know, I was lucky enough to be teammates with Tony Rampton for 1 year. You know, it was awesome being able to rub shoulders with the likes of him, and then also Phil Jones from that kind of age group. So, yeah, it's awesome in terms of to be able to play for something a wee bit extra, add a bit more juice, and you know the Giants will be trying to get it, but the Airs also, they'll have a bit to say about it yet.
Well, the Giants, they're well and truly gunning for it at the moment with their performance so far. The Airs, they've got to change something in the second half.
Yeah, I think obviously we talked about the difficulty of coming off a back-to-back, and the Airs started really strong, got out in terms of their on-ball screen defense and put pressure up the floor, but looked to tire a wee bit in that second quarter. So no doubt they would have talked about it at halftime, but their energy in this first 5 minutes of the quarter is going to be massive.
They've really struggled offensively, the Airs. They do look a little bit fatigued. We spoke about their tough schedule over the last week, but Xavier Green, their leading scorer, typically scores it at just under 18 points a game and is shooting at 50% from the field. He's been sitting for a good amount of time with 3 fouls and only has 6 points.
And I think the other thing too is we talked about Aaron Cook Jr. pre-game. Just a tad under 10 assists per game. Currently has 1, and I think a big part of that, the Giants have tried to take the ball out of his hand. The Airs have opted to play a lot through Darnay Samuel, who was really effective in that first quarter, but the Giants started to collapse, and the Airs haven't quite had an answer for that yet.
Great to see some young fans getting amongst future Nelson Giants, perhaps?
Absolutely, there'll be definitely a few floating around in the Nelson Giants faithful, showing out as per.
So what do the Taranaki Airs have to do, Tom? What do they have to take away that the Giants are doing well to have some success in the second half?
Well, I think the first thing for a start, if you're the Taranaki Airs, you had a lot of success when you had the Giants retreating in terms of their dribbling, not trying to come off on-ball screens and be aggressive. So I think it starts with the defensive intensity. And then once you get that, you get stops, you get out and running. I think we'll see a lot more of Aaron Cook Jr. and Xavier Green if you can get those stops and allow the Giants to be a bit halted in their offense. But that is hard to do coming off a back-to-back. So they need to come and do that now and try to take the air out of this Nelson Giants team who is rolling right now.
Take the air out of... Did you mean to do that, or you're just a poet and you didn't even know it?
Just a natural, you know. Just these things come. These things come to me, and I don't even realise till it happens.
Just great at talking,
yeah.
Almost too good.
Talking garbage.
Well, we're back underway in the second half, and we'll see what the Airs can do. They have to go pedal to the metal to make something happen. And this duo right here, in fact, really have to get going. Samuel, Toy Smith-Milner, the big men. Double comes from McNaught. Cook, Jones has to let it go. Hasn't found its success from downtown Jones today.
And straight away you see the Nelson Giants are doubling down incredibly hard on Darnay Samuel. So it's good scramble, and Marcel Jones didn't quite get it going.
Swarming defense off the ball there from Vea. Lukanen doesn't look comfortable there on an island. Hero Hunt, a great first half. Can't find McNaught on the back cart. Well, he does actually. And Green, no, McNaught picks up a foul. I'm a little bit confused about this one. I need a replay.
Yeah, let's have a look here.
Looks like McNaught just got green on the way out.
Yeah, just one of those things that it looked like it was going both ways, and then Alex McNaught maybe a wee bit unlucky, but then also probably had possession there in terms of Cook Jr.
3 fouls now for Alex McNaught. Pitch opting to keep him in the game. Has the assignment on Cook Jr. Green finds Vaya. Reverses it over to Cook. Again, playing with a low shot clock. Jones, Green. Can't make it count. Giants off to the races now through Judd. McNaught.
Slide tackle.
Okay. Lukanen! Off the slide tackle from McNaught. It wasn't pretty, but they made it work.
And I think that might be Amy Lukanen's first three-point attempt of the season, so showing that he's got the touches. Alex McNaught takes one to the dome.
Cook Jr. though responds with a much-needed bucket for the Ears.
Yeah, that was a big one there for Cook Jr. He needs to get going for this Ears team as Toy Smith-Milner slips out of that screen straight away.
Judd loves a corner triple, not on that occasion. Nice pass, Cook Jr. to his import friend, Green. Makes the finish. McNaught playing with fire. He's already got 3 fouls.
Yeah, he really is there. Got his feet set, but, you know, Green did a great job in terms of jumping to the side, trying to get McNaught in the hip rather than front on. Didn't get the, as we see, nearly another steal.
Now they're playing 5-on-4. Vaya, read that one like a book. Here come the Ears. Pushing in transition once again. Cook can't get a second triple in a row.
And the Giants get out of jail a wee bit there. You know, with this Taranaki Ears team already maybe a wee bit tired, what you cannot afford to have is easy turnovers. As we see right there, it looks like another foul.
And that's going to be 4 on Green. He looks shocked. Take a look at Tohi Smith-Milner, just gets the second cut. And Green, yeah, he's whistled for his 4th foul. And as much as John White would like one, no coaches' challenges in the Sal's NBL, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's one of those ones, you know, Smith-Milner does a good job. He doesn't always set the screen. He slips out early, which can catch the big a bit unaware. However, I think Green maybe tried to pull the chair from Smith-Milner there. Not a lot of contact, so be a wee bit annoyed with that one.
Makes his first is Tohi Smith-Milner. Bit of comms there from Fitch to point guard and big duo of McNaught and Lukanen.
Yeah, and Amy Lukanen now, 13 points and 7 rebounds in just 17 minutes. So, you know, this is a guy, had a quiet first game with foul trouble, but has really come in and made his presence felt. Not in any dynamic way, but just doing all the little things to keep this Giants team afloat right now.
That's all they need from him at the moment.
Well, absolutely. When you got Cruz Parrott-Hunt playing as aggressive as he is and Liam Judd playing with the confidence that he's playing with, then a guy as class as Tohi Smith-Milner just doing all those little things as well that a good vet does.
Smith-Milner, 8 points and 4 rebounds. Fight night by his standards, hasn't found his stroke from deep just yet. Cook Jr., how pretty is that?
Yeah, and Cook Jr. right now has obviously looked at halftime and said, I need to take this game into my own hands. So straight away looking to attack Alex McNaught, especially with him being on 3 fouls. 13
points for Cook Jr. Judd spins. Lukanen, a second triple. Yep, you bet.
How low Amy Lukanen. That man has got it going right now. Shooting that thing with confidence, showing he can score down low and then also from deep too.
And our fault we haven't picked up on this. Lukanen has not missed a shot.
Wow. And the board to boot. The man is going right now.
He's got 16 points, 100% from the field. Now that is some wild basketball being played.
Yeah, it's just super efficient. And it's like we talked about, he's not forcing anything, he's just doing all those little things. And that's exactly what this Nelson Giants team need. But watch out for this man right now.
So shifty. Cook Jr. can't find Bailey on the roll. Gets him eventually. Gets it right back. Dances with Cruz Parrott-Hunt. Oh, Cook Jr. is cooking.
He certainly is, Maya. He's looking super comfortable in that mid-range game. That's a good hand from Cruz Parrott-Hunt, but ultimately, good offense beats good defense.
He's been their engine in the second half, Cook Jr. Lukanen bumps him off. I was going to say, surely that can't be the first miss of the game for Lukanen.
Out of everything, as we see right there. with the gentleman as well. Checking up on Marcel Jones. We see, you can hear some booing in the crowd, so not too sure what's going on. Marcel Jones doesn't look like he's too happy with that.
Yeah, may have not given the same sportsmanship to Luukkonen. Unfortunately, didn't see that one. Luukkonen now jumps out to 18 points on 100% shooting and 8 rebounds as well. Bailey gives it to Cook Jr., who's been the force of the second half for the Ears. Samuel, it's tipped away by Dempster. Still working right now for the MBS Nelson Giants.
Yeah, and they're really starting to double. See Tuda gets his hands in the cookie jar, but they're really putting pressure on Dane Samuel when he catches the ball in that mid or high post and in the low post too. So, you know, I would like to see Dane Samuel continue to catch the ball and not try to think too much, just be aggressive, try and get some contact and help Cook Jr. and try and get these Ears back in this game.
Like Tuda tried for the jump ball on that one. He definitely fouled the life out of Cruz Hunt, but you got to try it.
Absolutely, you got to try.
Hunt, good from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, of course, added to that Hoops and Schools tally. He's now 4 of 5 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe tonight.
Yeah, Cruz Hunt is continuing to go from strength to strength this season, looking incredibly comfortable out there.
17 points on the night, the young man. 70, he's 51. There's been no resurgence so far for the Ears, and it's off the foot of Luukkonen, and some nice switching defense there for the big man.
Yeah, really getting out. Obviously, you cannot let Cook Jr. turn any on-ball screen. So Luukkonen making his presence felt in their on-ball screen defense, making it hard for Cook Jr.
Bailey gets the screen for Cook Jr. Another missed three-point attempt and a big boy rebound for Luukkonen. Finds the point guard eventually. Nice ball movement, Dempster comfortable in that position from downtown. Yes, it is.
And the Nelson Giants have got it going right now. But again, these are the little things. And those are the ones maybe on the first night back-to-back. But the Ears look like they're starting to fatigue a wee bit. So need to figure it out quickly before this game gets ugly.
Yeah, 20 points to lead. The Giants have looked comfortable since coming out of the halftime gates. And that is continuing through Cruz Hunt.
And if you are the Taranaki Ears right now, you've got to find something to try and get it going. As we see right there, it looks like we'll play a timeout.
Yeah, it is a BNZ player timeout, and I don't mind that. Whoever called that, couldn't quite see. I think it may have been Aaron Cook Jr.
Yeah, I think it was.
And you can see the passion in his voice and the way he's leading his team right now. Of course, you can scan that QR code for your chance to win a ticket to the big game. But he's frustrated right now.
Oh, absolutely would be, because he's a guy that's really trying to get this Ears team going. See James Matthews looking to check back into the game. But he's trying to get this Ears team going, and right now there's just not a lot of air left in those wheels. So they need to find somehow, some way to get motivated and try and get back in this game.
Vea gets it back to Cook Jr. Finds a little bit of a lane. Bailey gives it back. Cook Jr. steps back. Works on Cruz Hunt. It's not a bad look, but again, a stop for the Giants.
And if you're the Taranaki Ears role players too, you need to continue to be aggressive as well, because the attention is right on Cook Jr. and Dane Samuel when he catches the ball on that post.
Judd, had a great game so far. Nice pressure there from Dane Samuel, causes the turnover.
Yeah, great job there from Dane Samuel, able to get his hand on that. And now the Ears need to answer back.
Vea can't find his stroke from downtown. They've very much struggled in that department tonight. Judd in the corner. Yes, sir. It's been a flurry of three-point shooting in this third quarter, and John White has had enough.
13 three-pointers now for the Giants. Alex McNaught, again, it's the danger of when you are trying to help so heavy on that weak side. You've got a guy like Liam Judd in the corner. When the Giants are shooting as much as they had, they need to look at changing the defense, trying to stay at home and try to run these guys off the three-point line a bit, because right now they are rolling.
And it's a tale of two tapes in that department. Like you said, 13 triples for the Giants and just 3 of 17 for the Taranaki Ears. That is under 20%.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? The free throw percentage has been higher for the Taranaki Ears this game, but when you're shooting 3 of 17 from the three-point line and your opposition has got it going at 50%, man, it's tough. But I mean, the Ears, they had that field goal percentage sitting around 50%, but now has dropped to 41 as this quarter has progressed.
I mean, leading scorer Xavier Green sitting out on 4 fouls doesn't help. He's definitely going to be sitting for a majority of this quarter. And like you said, you don't want things to blow out and get ugly, Tom.
Yeah, well, it's maybe one of those things. You see Green's going back to the bench right now. I mean, you've got a decision to make. You need to either get Green back in the game and try and make a run at this and try just bring it back a wee bit because he is such a massive part to this team. Or do you pull the plug? And you do not certainly want to pull the plug this early into the game.
It's going to have to be Cook Jr. continuing to carry that load on his shoulders alongside Darnay Samuel. There's a lot of attention focused on him, Cook Jr. Bailey gets the catch inside. Has the shadowing double of Smith-Milner. Usually makes that nice little hook shot, Bailey. That's his patterned look.
Yeah, that's a great look for the Ears, but right now there's just a bit of a lid on that basket, and there is no lid on the Nelson Giants basket right now. Up to 25 points in this quarter already, Maya.
And 19 for Liam Judd. He's absolutely lit it up alongside his teammates. Samuel, the fatigue is setting in. Vea, nice use of his shot fake, but just can't miss. Can't make the bunny that he'd usually make, and that feels like the tail of this one. The Ears just missing their easy looks.
Yeah, love the attack there from Vea. Probably had the 3, but again, these are good looks for the Taranaki Ears, but they are just not going down at the moment. And when you've got a team that is scorching, man, that makes it hard.
2 of 8 right now for Luca Vea. Had the 3, but had a nice bite at it on 2-point land. Cook still giving it all he can.
And the Ears are still sitting in incredibly heavy help right now, leaving their corner shooters wide open. And Liam Judd.
Oh my goodness, Liam Judd, what did you eat? My goodness me, 6 of 8 from downtown.
That man is on a serious heater right now. Go again. Let it go, Liam. Oh.
That's one way to stop him. Just bowl him over.
But there'll be no malintended there from Darnay Samuel. You see the hug there. But right now, it might be the only way you can because boomba!
Smashed him, bro. Chuck it on, crowd goes wild.
Jonah!
Took it like a jab though, Liam Judd. And I mean, fair enough. He could get an absolute highlight reel if he's let alone in transition.
Yeah, I feel that. And right now, that might be the most relaxed I've ever seen those 3 men.
Not like that when you were around, was it?
No, most certainly not.
Looks like they've called it unsportsmanlike here on Darnay Samuel. Even though we saw it, no malicious intent from Darnay Samuel, went over and apologised. He did drop his shoulder into Liam Judd, so probably a fair call.
Yeah, I think so. And again, it's one of those things. If they don't feel there's a play on the ball, they're going to call that foul. And it probably wasn't, even though Darnay, without a doubt, wouldn't have been trying to do any damage to Liam.
Let's take a look at the not-so-legal contact there from Darnay Samuel. Absolutely no play at the ball. But one way to stop Liam Judd. You know what? At this point, it seems like the only way for the Taranaki Ears.
God, I love the run-off from Darnay, though. That was fantastic. I was having a laugh about it now, too.
22 points for Liam Judd. Like I mentioned, 6 of 8 from deep. He's been so impressive and on a heater in this 3rd quarter. James Matthews looks to join the party, leaves it short, and to stay with the Giants, although Matt Bathurst has something to say. Luca Vea not stoked about that one either. It's going to be Ears' possession after a bit of cooperation from our referees.
Yeah, I don't think there's any argument there from the Nelson Giants either, from anyone. So good to see they got the right call in the end.
Cook Jr. just drawing so much attention in the backcourt. Samuel with a bit of heat behind him.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things you need to see Toy Smith-Milner gets the foul, but if you're the Nelson Giants, obviously a meaty lead right now, but Cook Jr. is really going to be looking to get the ball. So you want to try keep it out of his hands as much as possible and keep trying to push Dane Samuel, keep trying to make him continue to be involved.
Tuda in the corner. Can't provide any relief for this Taranaki Ears offense. 50 points in 3 quarters.
Still in single digits for this quarter too, which is an absolute killer when the other team's got it going.
And we know they weren't the league's most flourishing offensive team coming into this one. They're the second lowest scoring team at 85 points a game, but to be at 50 points in the 3rd quarter, that is just not what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, it's really tough, and when your leading scorer is in foul trouble and hasn't really been able to see the court, it makes things even tougher as well. And with so much attention on their 2 other leading scorers, Cook Jr. and Samuel, it's tough.
Samuel finds Tuda. Can't find any success from the other corner, Tuda.
Yeah, up to 3 of 19 from 3 for the Taranaki Ears, so it's a tough night right now for them.
That's just bread and butter for the Nelson Giants.
And good,
So he's just walking off. Ain't no thing.
Nah, ain't no thing for him, but good awareness to swing the ball, get that high-low action. Great defense there from James Matthews.
Yeah, James Matthews just taking that responsibility on the chin, not phased at all. Back guarding Aaron Cook Jr. Vea out of options in that one, and another turnover for the Taranaki Ears. Here come the Nelson Giants, but blocked away by Tuda.
Yeah, good wheels there from James Matthews, but ultimately Tuda gets in front, gets that left-hand swan. See Liam Judd taking a well-earned rest after an absolute lights-out 3rd quarter.
Like that aggression there from Matthews. Nice recognition there from Tuda.
Yeah,
Cooper Adams in the game as well, Tom Ingham.
yeah, good stuff. Cooper Adams was a Waimea College boy and then went over to Nelson College and has had a lot of success, you know, playing age group stuff as Elijah Inwood, continuing to stack it up.
Love that from Elijah Inwood, up to 8 points after an impressive Rapid League outing just a couple hours ago. Cook Jr. continuing this hot streak. He's up to 17 points.
And he's been really the only one this quarter that's had it going for the Taranaki Ears.
The only other teammate in double digits is Dane Samuel, who hasn't scored this quarter. Dempster, why not? Oh, had my heart racing. Why not, Sammy D?
It was halfway down, and Sammy Dempster already flirting with another double-double at 9 points and 9 rebounds already as Green. Not happy about the refereeing right now.
Yeah, interesting. They've got Green back in the mix. Like you said, just throwing the kitchen sink at this one now, but the lead has well and truly ballooned out.
And that's one of those things that when you're at a 20-point game, starting to get up to 30, the game's starting to get gone. Do you just keep your input in with 4 fouls and try and make a run at it? Because now we're looking at a 37-point deficit.
Great maths, Tom.
Thank you.
Just showing the teacher outfit there. Green. Oh, I was gonna say, if that's an offensive foul, Fitch not looking impressed with the foul call there. Nice to see Green staying aggressive.
You have to. You absolutely have to right now. I mean, you got to play with nothing to lose. And still, I mean, things like points differential are massive too. So there's still definitely a lot to play for. I know in my career, it sounds crazy, but we got through to the playoffs, I think 2 or 3 years, almost back-to-back on points differential. So it definitely plays a part. So you want to try get into this lead as much as possible.
100%. It was an occurrence last year. I believe it was the Tauranga Whai who was sitting potentially at 8 and just happened to slide in there based off someone else's loss and some points differential. So 100% a key factor in why the Ears are still going pedal to the middle. Unfortunately, do turn it over in that position. Final seconds of this one is going to go through James Matthews. Oh, finds a good little route, but doesn't eventually get it to fall. How about that 3rd quarter from the Giants?
Unbelievable. 33 points to the Taranaki Ears 11. And this game has blown out really quickly one.
The Giants 90 to the Ears 53. 10 more minutes of basketball still to come.
And Tony Luca. Sal's NBL Steel is now available at all Sal's pizzerias across New Zealand. Combination of their famous New York pepperoni, classic cheese, and delicious garlic knots. All in up in a deal that'll make you dribble. Johnny Luca with 2. Come on, Will, you can do it, Will. Yes, Will! Bring in pizza batter. Johnny Luca's got 3. Will with another one. That makes 2. Four for Johnny Luca, 3 for Will. Nice shot, Will. Nice shot, Johnny. Let's go. And we have a winner. It is Johnny Luca. Let's hear it for Johnny Luca and Will. And thanks again to Sal's for the NBL Steel for their vintage New York pizza. Wow, we're getting a fantastic game. Our Giants are giving it to them. Let the Taranaki feel the pain of the hanger.
Kia ora te whānau, no mai hoki mai, and welcome back to the fourth quarter of action here for yourselves NBL Saturday afternoon. And you are seeing that right. The NBS Nelson Giants are whooping Taranaki. I feel as though that's the only way to say it. 90-53 getting into this fourth quarter. It has all gone right for the Giants and unfortunately all gone wrong for the Ears.
Yeah, very quickly within that third quarter, Nelson Giants just got outrageously hot through Liam Judd, and then Amy Luukkonen has been amazing as well. So, Ears straight on the board though.
It's a nice start to the fourth quarter for the Taranaki Ears. See what the Giants can cook up after a very hot third quarter. They're staying with Adams and staying with Xavier Green, the import for the Ears, who's on 4 fouls. Ugly possession there for the Giants. A good start for the Ears.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, like we talked about, points differential is still a real thing, even though this game is more than likely gone. There's Sammy Dempster diving, looking like he's about to do a length of freestyle.
Love to see Sammy D still hitting the hardwood. Debut season in 2009, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
Let's look at
I actually think it might be 2008 because it was the year after the Giants' last championship. So he wants to go out on a high too.
2008.
There we go.
And the only season he missed was, of course, the showdown year, 2020, but has played every single season for the Giants since 2008. I was 5 years old when he debuted for the Giants. That is wild.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he continues every season to just continue to put the work in, but he loves this team, and it will certainly be a big loss when he is gone. But I think a few more years in the lad left yet.
Kippers Warehouse Hoops and Schools program in collaboration with Basketbol New Zealand. You can get your hoops at your school, and of course every free throw made here in the Sal's NBL actually contributes to that fund as well. Scan that QR code for your chance to apply for your school. Tasman, Canterbury, West Coast hosting applications. Elijah Inwood just missing that one off the glass, but another possession earned for the Nelson Giants.
Yeah, I love that from Elijah Inwood. I mean, he had a great start to this game when, you know, it was relatively close, but still continuing to be aggressive. And it's important for these young guys off this Giants bench, as that turnover won't help, but to be aggressive and come in and make the most of the opportunity that they're getting.
Cook Jr. and Green still putting their foot down and trying to make something of this fourth quarter. That will definitely not help for the Taranaki Ears. That is just their 11th turnover. So it really hasn't been the pressure from the Giants that has hurt them today, but just their offensive execution in terms of just putting the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, well, that's it, Maya. You got exactly right. That field goal percentage, that was up around 50% at the end of the first quarter, now down to 38% after the stats update. So, you know, something that the Ears, they can hang their hat on that in terms of hasn't been their best shooting night.
Great athleticism from Elijah Inwood in the corner, getting the absolute stitch-up of a pass from Cruz Bear. Oh, my goodness! missed him. Oh my, came out of nowhere.
Finish hammer. Cocks it back.
What the?
Throws it down.
I'm in shock. I'm in shock after watching that. Holy hiccup.
Wow. There's slow motion coming off of it, and then boom.
I don't even know what to say. The finisher.
Oh,
Luukkonen.
the finisher?
Casey Frank gave me that.
Yeah,
detail. I
nice.
can't take credit for it.
No,
Casey
we've got
Frank,
to use that.
thank you for that. But holy hiccup. Let's take another look at that Tom Ingham, because what have we just... The poster from Luukkonen. He has shone today.
And how about his face? Not an element of excitement. Just stock standard for the finisher.
And let's also highlight, he has still not missed a shot. He's got 20 points, and he's 8 from 8 and 9 rebounds. What the heck?
Yeah, I tell you what, especially after that first game, you know, where the foul trouble plagued him a bit, but he's come out today and done all the little things for the Giants, and those little things are starting to get some rewarded with some big highlight plays.
That is absolutely going to be on the highlight show on Tuesday night here on Sky Sport.
Most certainly.
That's surely going to be the first one. I mean, he just took our breath away here in the commentary booth.
Yeah, and the Trafalgar Centre starting to get excited now. You know, this game is blown out of the water really quickly, and now the Giants getting the ball back.
Wait, how does that work? Well, anyway, no one's questioned it, so we must have something wrong here.
There you go.
I reckon Luukkonen should have just... Oh, I was going to say, drops an absolute dime after his dunk, but it was too good to be true. Cook Jr. has not stopped. He has got one heck of a motor.
Yeah, he really has, and I mean, it's tough too, especially when it just really hasn't been the night for your team, but still giving it everything for this Taranaki Airs side.
Pura Hunt been very impressive for the Giants today as well. Nice, finds a skip to Inwood, who can't make it count. Nice box out on the great rebounder that is Sam Dempster.
Yeah, sniffing out his 10th board too, so Cook Jr. must know the stat sheet. He's saying, not today, Sammy D.
Xavier Green out there on 4 fouls. Been a very quiet night for the Airs' leading scorer. That is what we needed more of from the Airs early in this one.
Now, I'll tell you what, Cooper Adams just went to help up at Xavier Green after that one. Shoved away, said, get out of my way, young fella.
Xavier Green, he has 13 points now, 6 of 11 shooting. We'll take another look at that one, just veteran on rookie, really.
Yeah, it really is. Elijah Inwood opened that hip up a bit, and you cannot let a guy like Xavier Green get to his right hand, because he's going to be able to finish in traffic.
Out of Williamsburg, Virginia. Most recently played in the Mexican League. Did Xavier Green. Also played in Norway, Finland, and Switzerland. And then here to little old New Zealand as he makes second from the Chemist Warehouse. McNaught through pressure, navigates that. Bailey frustrated with the foul call.
Yeah, just one of those things. Alex McNaught came off the screen. Looked like got a wee bit tangled with Bailey. Didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but again, the refs see the ball handler get a bit tangled up. The foul's going to tend to go on the person guarding it.
Pura Hunt been the driving force behind this offense today and continues as such. Oh.
In and out. I thought he was going to dunk that for a second.
Me too. I was like, okay. Getting in the spirit after Luukkonen. Bailey hasn't had a lot of success with his finishing today. Great to see that one go.
Yeah, good strong move there from Bailey. Gets the wee reverse layup. But yeah, he's so comfortable in terms of, again, running lanes, just being in the right place at the right time. And Elijah Inwood just gets bumped off a wee bit there. 7
points now for Clinton Bailey. 2 of 6 shooting. Has played 20 minutes off of the bench. And Rattlers at home from the Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah, creeping up to that average of his just under 10 points per game too. So he's a big contributor for this team.
Pura Hunt tried to find a way to get it to Smith Milner. Couldn't. Somehow gets it to McNaught in the corner. Gets the offensive rebound off of his miss. Very patient here offensively, the Giants. McNaught trying to make something work. Step back, no good. Another O board for the Giants. Inwood finally rattles it home.
And Elijah Inwood had his first NBL bucket today, now up to double digits. So incredible to see him continue to build on his strong Rapid League outing so far.
And has earned his stripes. He's done well in the Rapid League, like you just mentioned, and he's really earned his minutes here on the hardwood. Of course, still some more NBL to come tonight. Green with the M1, the Auckland Tuatara and the Hawke's Bay Hawks facing off. 6:30 is the Rapid League tip-off, and then 7:30 for your Sal's NBL. The Tuatara are looking good.
Yeah, they are. They are looking like a really solid side. So, you know, they'll be looking to get another one against the Hawke's Bay Hawks team. Dan Greta and now Jackson Ball. Kyle Adnam departing from that team too. So could be an interesting night for the Hawke's Bay Hawks, but no doubt they'll be ready to front up.
Now the Hawks actually without a win. So they'll be looking to get one on the board for the first time in Sal's NBL. Tuatara sitting at second, 3-1.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Yeah, the Tuatara I think are looking like one of the contenders in this league so far for sure, and have a deep roster as well.
Green, he has been on a little bit of a heater in this fourth quarter, taking this deficit personally.
Yeah, well, straight away, you know, this is a guy that is very frustrated, obviously, with the refereeing and what's been called on him, and is getting straight after it. Is all of a sudden, the lead is down to 22, which still quite a decent deficit. However, could look like it could have gone the other way, more up that 40 route.
Yeah, it's been some elevated pressure here from the Ears. You can just see throwing two at the ball often, but that's a bit of a nightmare situation. Kira Hunt doesn't make it count in that instance. Had a good open look at it, and another stop for the Taranaki Ears.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things in terms of we've seen the success that Taranaki Ears had in that first quarter when they were out, they were aggressive, they were forcing the Giants to move the ball and retreat dribble, and now only just bringing that up. You would have liked to seen that at the start of the third quarter to stop that Nelson Giants flurry of three-pointers.
It was in third quarter of epic proportions for the Nelson Giants. And were you saying that that is notoriously not the strength for the Nelson Giants?
Yeah, well, historically the Giants have struggled a wee bit in third quarters, but it looked like that for a wee bit for a start. The Ears came out, went bucket, but then Liam Judd had something to say about that. El Fuego.
Such a cultured man, Tom. It's been very impressive offensively for a multitude of your Nelson Giants today. Liam Judd leading scorers with 23, Lukanen and Kira Hunt with 20. Inwood off the bench with 10, and Toy Smith-Milner 10 as well. McNaught joins the party. He's up to 5 points after that one.
Yeah, great job there from Alex McNaught. Stepped in with confidence. James Matthews looking to be aggressive too.
Great finish, Xavier Green.
Well, we were talking about Xavier Green not being around his average. All of a sudden, he has rocketed up to 22 points, so he has gone nuts in this fourth quarter.
Unfortunate, obviously his time got a little bit cut short in that first half, but would have loved to see more of that from him early. This could have been a different result.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think from the Giants' perspective, obviously the game plan was to take the ball out of Cook Jr.'s hand. Darnay Samuel really had it going early. The Ears worked really hard to get to Darnay Samuel. I think where it probably fell down a wee bit is around the time where you probably needed Green to get going is where he got in foul trouble. And it was the right move to pull Green off, but then in that third quarter, maybe there was an opportunity where you keep him in, you roll the dice a wee bit, and you try to stay in this game.
And unfortunately, there was just no stopping the Nelson Giants' three-point quarter and the way they performed.
Absolutely not.
So, with a win here this afternoon, you know, considering there is no miracle of a comeback that happens for the Ears, the Nelson Giants will jump to 5th after losing their first 2 games. They have performed extremely well back-to-back, first against the Saints and now against the Ears, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the last few seasons, you see in the Nelson Giants, they haven't started seasons well. I think if you go back to 2000 and I believe 23, I think we started 0-7, 24 It was an 0-3 start. 25, I believe it was 0-9.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty last year.
It wasn't. So if the Giants can go back-to-back wins and then also get their hands on that Brian Rampton Memorial Trophy, as you see on screen, it'd be a good couple weeks in the office for the Giants.
Lots to play for. The history between these two teams, the Giants and the Ears. So that trophy will stay put in Nelson this time around. Ears the chance to earn it back later in the season, correct?
Yes, correct. Yeah, when they go back up to Taranaki, it'll be on the line again.
Unsportsmanlike foul was called there that we just absolutely missed. So Green makes the first 2 free throws and, oh no, he'll get 1 more. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of missed what happened there. Is that 2 free throws already? It's another one.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Maya, but I'm looking at this 4th quarter right now. The Taranaki Airs, it is a 20, looks like a 25-6 4th quarter. And what was above a 30-point lead is now 19. And I don't want to put nerves in Giants fans. However, this next couple of minutes, here we go.
Well, 16 points now is the lead. It was much more than that is the easy way to say it at 3rd quarter time. And you're right. He's put Lucan and Judd back in. You know, Fitch is not feeling probably as confident as he once was.
Well, if Liam Judd has this, and this is where it gets really interesting. All of a sudden, you see that Taranaki Airs bench, they're up. So that energy, that's there. You've had Green and Cook Jr. have led them back. That would have been a big one there for the Airs.
Biggest lead was 39 for the Giants.
Wow.
So they have well and truly brought it back. The Airs, much to the performance of Xavier Green in this last quarter. He's up to 25 points miraculously, still on 4 fouls, and Fitch is unhappy with his performance in the last couple of minutes from the Giants. He needs to have some words.
And yeah, absolutely. And that's one of those things in terms of, obviously Fitch got his young guys in the game early, which I think is fantastic and in terms of giving those guys an opportunity. But if you're the Taranaki Airs, you also take that personally. If you're going to clear the bench with still a quarter of action left to play, you've got to be going straight at the throat, which is what they've done. And it's been led by Xavier Green. Now to 27-6 in terms of this 4th quarter thus far. So the Giants scorching hot in that 3rd quarter, but cooled right off.
Phil Jones definitely having some words with Fitch as well, who I can only assume is going to be maybe some colourful and some strict words here in the timeout.
Yeah, I think so, in terms of trying to set the tone and just let them know this game is, even though still a 16-point lead, the way this Airs team is rolling, you need to try and put them to bed now.
Great to see the Airs still battling, though, in the 4th quarter. We spoke about how important the points differential is, so it is great scenes from Taranaki Airs. And even if they don't get a win, it's good signs to see them kind of come together eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got to be proud no matter what. So they're playing for a lot of pride, but then if you continue to play as proud as they are, who knows? Maybe after this minute, you're in with the sniff in this game.
Just confirming of what happened before. Toy Smith-Milner got the unsportsmanlike and then got another technical. So that's why Xavier Green had 3 free throws and they still got possession. Not a particularly great back-to-back foul duo there for Smith-Milner.
No, absolutely not. You see right now, big possession for the Airs. Try to get a stop.
The Giants have to execute here offensively, give themselves a bit of breathing room. McNaught thought about it. Oh, he shifted off Cook Jr. Unfortunate he couldn't get the make. And this is what Vea has been so good at all game long.
Just continuing to run. And, I mean, McNaught almost broke Cook Jr.'s ankles. Couldn't quite get the shot, but the transition bucket you cannot have.
14 points the lead. They've climbed it back from a 39-point deficit at best, but Cruz Hunt just doing his thing.
Yeah, that's a great set there from Cruz Hunt. Just took matters into his own hands. As we see, Green not quite on that instance. But if I'm Cruz Hunt, I'm trying to get the ball back and just calm things down a wee bit.
One heck of a rebound there from Liam Judd as well, showing his athleticism. And just a weak foul there for Luca Vea. Didn't really need to give that one up. And that'll be 3 team fouls for the Ears. Judd been very impressive today. 23 points off of the back of 6 of 8 from 3-point land.
Fresh off that 34 career high too, so a couple of great weeks for Liam Judd shooting the rock.
Nice pressure here for the Ears, trying to get that jump ball. Giants somehow come up with it. Nice dump off Cruz Hunt. The first miss of the game comes for Luukkonen down the stretch. An important time here for the Ears. Green, Bailey, the patience. Woo!
And interesting to see what the Ears do here. If I'm the Ears, I'm trying to get right up the court and try to hurry the Giants up, because if you've fought it back from 39, 2.5 minutes is an incredibly long time still.
Just 14 points. Bailey wiping the sweat off his hands, composed. No doubt that ball getting very sweaty. And here is the elevated pressure, just sandwiching Alex McNaught. Hunt now taking his time. Finds Dempster. Judd, dangerous scenes, rattles out. On cold. Here come the Ears.
And straight away pushing the tempo, trying to go back in as Cook Jr. trying to get to his bag a wee bit.
Green, the shot fake. Likes that matchup, and one. Give me that. Things are getting interesting.
Oh my. 2 minutes to go. The Taranaki Ears, I don't even know if Back from the Dead does it justice. This is an absolute crazy fourth quarter from the Taranaki Ears.
I think it was fair to say we were all expecting this to go out to at least 40. And that's just the nature of the way the game was going and the way the Ears were playing. But they have come back from 39 down to 12. And it doesn't look like that momentum is stopping anytime soon.
No, absolutely not. As we see there, great attack from Liam Judd. Try to steal things down a bit. The Taranaki Ears still not the penalty, so they don't look like they'll be shooting just yet.
That's his 3rd foul. Washington have come on that matchup he has with Liam Judd. Important position here for the Giants. It's going to be a foul off the ball. Is that again on Luca Vea?
Yeah, and that's not a smart foul in terms of Luca Vea. He'd probably be disappointed with that one. As you've done such a good job to get back into this game. Just try and get another stop, but you're allowing the Nelson Giants, their best shooter, back at the free throw line.
Cool, calm and composed. Liam Judd from the Chemist Warehouse, but off the back rim. That one goes leaving the door just slightly ajar for the Ears.
Yeah, well, maybe Luca Vea knew something that we didn't know, and then all of a sudden, we only had one free throw there, didn't we?
Oh, it's if you foul off the ball on an inbound.
Yes, that's right. Foul? Yes.
Oh, look at me and my rule book knowledge. Rule check. I was going to have Casey Frank in the group chat otherwise, so make sure I had that one on lock. Liam Judd. Would have been crazy to seal the game, but again, that door just slightly ajar for the Ears. What does Xavier Green have to say about it? Great defense, Luukkonen. Xavier Green gets the better of him. To the Chemist Warehouse he goes.
And Xavier Green just puts his head down there, and Luukkonen did a good job for the most part. The Giants faithful do not like that, as we see it again on the replay. Probably just that hand, that last wee bit there dropped down, but when you put pressure on the rim like that, good things happen. So, man, Xavier Green, welcome to the party come fourth quarter.
26 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Playing with 4 fouls from midway through the 3rd quarter. He's played all of this 4th quarter and a little bit of the end of the 3rd as well. It's a 35-8 fourth quarter. I've hardly ever seen anything like this.
I don't know if I have. This is madness.
10 points the difference. It's not impossible for the Ears. We've seen stranger things. Dempster, Judd, spins on Vaya, gives up the foul. Judd has come to play down the stretch.
And a big bucket there from Liam Judd, and you think maybe that might be just enough. As you see right there, obviously having to close out a wee bit harder, but great composure from Liam Judd to work through the contact. And that might be Luka Vea's night.
A little bit of ill-discipline there from Luka Vea. He's really just struggled with that Liam Judd matchup in these last couple of possessions. Gave him a foul on the three-point line, then fouled him off the ball, and then unfortunately fouls out on the drive there as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough cover when Liam Judd's got it going like he has. I think maybe the little ones in terms of obviously coming off that screen, off the inbounds pass, was maybe a big one that you didn't need to give up. But Liam Judd has had an incredible game tonight.
23 points for Liam Judd. He's 6 triples of 11 attempts, 6 rebounds as well. 2 steals in the mix. Sorry, 2 assists in the mix and a steal as well. Makes that from the Chemist Warehouse. The Ears have got to go. Tudor, that'll help.
And that is a quick three. Could not have asked for a better situation for the Ears right now. So they need to continue to get up and try to force this Giants team to turn it over.
Cook Jr. hounding McNaught. McNaught finds the gap. Draws the foul on Bailey. He is not impressed with that one. McNaught navigating traffic well.
Yeah, and that's one of those ones in terms of Cook trying to put that pressure. It looked like McNaught maybe lost the ball a wee bit. If we look again at the replay. Yeah, nah, just one of those things that Quentin Bailey wasn't quite there in that situation. McNaught able to get that contact.
Big free throws here for young Alex McNaught. Doesn't look phased whatsoever.
Yeah, well, it needs to come up and step these and knock these down. Currently 7 assists for Alex McNaught. Is not phased at all. But again, I think another good outing for Alex McNaught in terms of his aggression and leading this team in terms of sharing the ball.
His first trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe this evening, and it comes at a big time. Goes 1 of 2, hunts down his offensive rebound, but comes off his leg, and a massive possession upcoming here for the Taranaki Ears.
Yeah, this is it. You need a quick one here. Try to get a quick one. If you can get a 3, even better. Try get this into single digits, and then get up the floor, and then try to put pressure on the Giants. Get some more turnovers.
Under a minute to go in this one. Aaron Cook Jr. been impressive alongside Xavier Green. Jones hasn't been able to hit at all from deep. It'll stay with the Taranaki Ears. No, it won't. It'll be Nelson Giants' possession, and that could be it.
Yeah, I think that might be all she wrote, Maya. But man, what an effort from this Taranaki Ears team to get back into this game. Some serious heart showing.
Fair Hunt deals with the pressure well. Judd. Back out to McNaught, who will continue to hold. Thought he might go for the big jam there. Dempster just to put the cherry on the top.
And that will give Sammy Dempster a double-double. Up to 12 points and 10 rebounds. The old master does it again.
Does it again, and what a way for the Giants to really seal the win. It's been a horrific fourth quarter for them. Definitely a nightmare as opposed to what they probably were expecting. So it's good to see Dempster just getting it done and kissing it off.
Yeah, as he does, and again, good attack from Alex McNaught. His 8th assist of the evening, and Sammy D, feet set, 3 up in the air, why not?
And the Ears, although they will drop this one and the Giants will surge to 5th place, they'll be happy with the effort they've put in. A 38-point fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something they'll have to look at, because the reality is, yep, there was 3 great quarters, but if you want to compete with that top tier teams in the league, you cannot take quarters off. And you see right now, this Taranaki Airs team, I think they can take a lot of solace in the fact that, yep, wasn't a great second and third quarter in particular, but man, look what happens when you start to up the ante, put the aggression on both the offensive and defensive end.
Final position here for the Taranaki Airs. The biggest lead was 39 in the third quarter, and they brought it back to as little as 10 in this fourth quarter. Here in the Trafalgar Centre, Cook Jr. goes to work on McNaught, who pokes it away.
Yeah, great hands there from Alex McNaught. Tried to go straight away to the Cook Jr. post up, and then McNaught up to the task.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get something going quick. It's going to come through Cook Jr. Again on McNaught, likes that matchup, floats it up, it's no good, and I think we can confidently say now the Giants have sealed it. It's going to be a couple of free throws there for Sam Dempster. Bailey getting the foul on the rebound.
Why not Sammy D add another couple more, and all smiles now. But I tell you what, a couple minutes ago, there certainly wasn't too many smiles in the Nelson Giants camp, but able to front up and ultimately get this job done. But man, I'll tell you what, the field goal percentage and how it's fluctuated this quarter in particular, the Airs were down at about 38, 37%, now to 45. And then the Nelson Giants, who were scorching at about 56%, down to 49.
Big free throws on the way here for Sammy D. Had the triple, and then had the Chemist Warehouse here. And that'll be all she wrote here on your Saturday afternoon. The Airs, they gave it a hell of a crack in the fourth quarter, but the Giants, they do run away with a dominant 107-91 win at home. 2 in a row. They jump to fifth, and they'll be stoked with that one.
Yeah, they'll be incredibly happy with that one. You know, how they weathered that Taranaki Airs storm at first and then fronted up through that second and third quarter. And our pick for MVP, none other than the man Liam Judd. Back-to-back MVPs for Giants games, but how he came out in that third quarter and shot the lights out and continued to put the pressure on the rim in that fourth quarter too. Man, what a wee streak Liam Judd is on right now.
Yeah, 26 points, 6 of 11 from 3, and 3 of those in third quarter, I believe, when they were making that run. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal for good measure, all doing it in 33 minutes for Liam Judd. There's Tohi Smith-Milner, baby in tow as well. Let's take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Team effort on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at 3 guys in double digits there, and Luukkonen only missing 1 shot with that Bailey block at the end, but Xavier Green really coming to life, and Cook Jr., man, gave it everything all game. So definitely a lot to take away from the Airs in terms of that fourth quarter for sure.
Luukkonen had a very impressive outing this time around. Sammy D gets himself a double-double once again.
Yeah, Sammy D turning back the clock like he always does, and then Luukkonen, a credible outing for him. But Cruz Perra-Hunt, I thought, dictated this game, and in particular in that second quarter, really came out. And then Alex McNaught with 8 assists there too.
Tudor and Bailey getting a block apiece. 4 steals for Sam.
Sammy D, eat your heart out.
And Cook Jr. as well. You have to give him his flowers. What a game he played, and what it means to the Nelson Giants to not only get the win, but to snatch the Brian Rampton Memorial Trophy, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a special award for the Nelson Giants in terms of honouring that Rampton family, so they'll be really happy to have their hands on that trophy.
So this evening, Rapid League has just tipped off for the Hawks and the Tuatara, and then the South NBL at 7:30. Tomorrow, the Battle of the South, the Rams and the Nuggets, and then it's a doubleheader with the Sharks and the Jets, and then round 5 will kick up with the Taranaki Ears once again. These tired legs don't get no rest, taking on the Sharks at home on Thursday.
Yeah, it's a tough turnaround for the Taranaki Ears, but you just got to keep pushing forward. At the end of the day, you've still got some wins under your belt, so it's just a matter of going to the drawing board. But this Nelson Giants team, a lot of smiles on those faces.
They go to 5th after a dominant win over the Ears at home. Congratulations to the Giants, and thank you all so much for joining us here on Sky Sport. We'll see you soon. Ka kite anō.
Now Sunday the 17th, don't forget to get it.